Hey, what's going on, guys? Getting a couple things set up here. I realize I'm running just a little bit late tonight. We're going to make it happen, though. I had to cancel last night. My action figure, vintage Star Wars toy thing, once again, had to move to next week. But I was able to order some of the stuff I needed to ship those things. So I realized as I was heading into tomorrow last night, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even have a way to ship these things. Holy cow, I can't do a show. I'm going to sell these and I won't even have a way to ship them. So let's see who pops on tonight. We're doing our usual draw stream on Mondays. All right. Oh yeah. Okay, let's see who's out here tonight. What's up, King Comic? Good to see you out here. All right. We're just going to draw. We're going to see who's going to show up tonight. Everyday Collector, what's up? So on tonight's table, we have a sketch of Captain Enoch from the Ahsoka series. The request for that. And then I've got a AP card for Marvel Masterpieces She-Hulk request. So we'll see what we get to tonight. Right now, this is just a quick sketch of this She-Hulk from Marvel Masterpieces. So how are you guys doing tonight? What's going on in your guys' world? Anything exciting? Anything you want to share? Anything I need to know about? Anything I don't need to know about that you want to share anyway? Taboo, what up? What up, Taboo? Okay, here we go. We're going to sketch Captain Enoch tonight for somebody. This weird dude from the Ahsoka series. When I say weird, I mean this dude's weird. Ain't gonna lie. It's bizarre. I'm going to tell you guys something, too. I still have yet to watch the finale of Ahsoka. We are like 1 week out from it a week ago, tomorrow. I still haven't watched it. I need to. But I've heard all the spoilers. I've already heard all about it, so I'm not trying to hide myself from spoilers, but I've heard both sides of this I should do my poll. I usually do a poll. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Steve, happy Monday. How you doing, brother?
I'm pretty good.
Oh, thanks. Wow, thanks, Siri. Didn't ask you, Siri. Okay. Big Vern. I believe this is your Enoch, right? Is it you and I? We were talking about that. Let's see. Create a poll. Let's see. Ahsoka series overall. Let's see what we get here. Choice 1 is a bunch of smiles. Smile, 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 smile. Choice 2, turd, 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 turd. Choice 3. Oh, come on. Choice 3 is going to be meh, 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 meh. There we go. So if you want to take part of the poll on what you thought of the whole Ahsoka series, You tell me right there in that poll. That's your chance. That is your chance right now. So, Big Vern, I'm drawing this Captain Enoch for you, buddy. You're the very first person I've drawn this particular character for. Not a lot of great reference shots of this particular character. I think this is the same one that many other artists have drawn from. So I'm just going to put my own little personality to it. Taboo, are you Caleb? I can't remember. I know your real name. What's your real name? Who are you? I can't remember. I'm so sorry, man. I know we've talked. I have so many people across the platforms. You, Taboo, are one of my early supporters on Instagram, if I remember correctly, right? You've got a whole collection of my sketch cards. Yeah, if you're still out there. Steve, how are you, buddy? Hello, TMJ9703. Thought I'd say hi before you possibly jump out, but I'm glad you stopped by here. Appreciate all you guys hitting the watch button. Hey, if you guys get a second, if you wouldn't mind dropping some hearts, I think that helps the algorithms. And I will introduce myself to those of you who are new to this particular corner of the Whatnot world. My name is Ben. I go by KS. KS stands for Kansas. I am the Kansas Geek Man. I'm sure there's others, but I am the Kansas Geek Man. You can find me on Instagram. I spend a lot of time over there. So come follow me there and let's hang out. Connect with me there. I'm doing pretty good, Steve. Thanks for asking, man. Hey, Big Vern, thanks for sharing, buddy. Yeah, Steve, I'm doing all right, man. It's been a decent Monday. I had some work today and hung out with my wife this evening. We went to dinner with a friend. Took one of our longtime friends to dinner with us. Her husband's out of town, so we went with her. Went and visited my Maylee, her gravesite, and did some flower updating there. It was good for us to spend a few moments together with her there. Kind of a weird thing we're learning. You never think you're going to expect to do that, but that's what we did. So, but it's been a good night, man. And now, I got to be honest, tonight I was like, I don't know if I should throw on the camera tonight. I'm like, you know what? Just do it. You got no reason not to. Everybody's waiting for you. All 5 of you. And then I knew Big Vern. Thank you, by the way. Big Vern, let me tell you with my voice, thank you for your incredible patience and your help in getting that misdirected item to the right owner. And your stuff is on the way as well. So I appreciate both you guys being honest and helping me out with that stuff. I did the worst mistake, the thing that every Whatnot seller fears. I sent the wrong items, 2 wrong items to the wrong people. And I'm very grateful for Big Vern, because Big Vern let me know, hey, bruh, you sent me this Wolverine sketch cover, and I ordered the Moon Knight. So Big Vern helped me get that sketch cover to the right person, and Moon Knight is on his way. So I was like, you know what? Let me do you a solid. Let me just give you a gift. So I am gifting him Captain Enoch sketch. Yeah, I know you didn't. I know you didn't expect that at all. But I just wanted to do something. I'm like, man, the time that you guys took, both of you guys, to do something like that is pretty amazing. So I appreciate it. One of those things you don't expect people to. You just never know how people are going to be. So I always appreciate nice, honest people. So thank you. Oof, what was that? I think I'm going to need a new table. Piece of crap. It's a piece of crap. But I got to tell you, this dude is weird, man. Captain Enoch is a weirdo. Dude, I mean that in the nicest way possible. Yeah. See, Steve, aren't those guys awesome? I appreciate that. Because that could have been a nightmare for a seller, you know? Ugh. Horrible. And then I have to redraw a whole sketch cover of some guys like, no, I'm keeping it. Keeping it. Your mistake. I've not run across a bad person yet on Whatnot. Very grateful for that. I'm sure they're out there, but not in this particular corner of the Whatnot sphere. Big Vern, I can't remember. Are we doing color? Did you want color? Did we talk about it? Color or black and white? I'm good with color. You want color? Or you want grayscale? You want grayscale, color, or black and white? I will take this at your request. You prefer color? Awesome. Oh, wait. No, you're 4-leaf 11711. I almost answered. I almost was like, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do with this guy. Color would be cool. All right, cool. Great. Yeah, I like I said, I still haven't even watched the finale of Ahsoka yet. Isn't that crazy? It will be a week tomorrow, and I have intentions of doing it all weekend, and I just never got around to it. So, I don't know. I'll get there. I got to get it done. It's hard to talk to people about it when you haven't actually seen it, you know? Do you think there's a cool backstory to this guy that we'll ever learn? Or do you just think he's going to end up being another throwaway character? Hope we can find out more. Yeah. I hope they have a season 2. That's true. I have heard rumors that they're not even sure they're going to do a season 2. But, I mean, how do they just leave it like that? I can't imagine. But I don't know. I don't know who to believe. I've heard the watch numbers of the show fell off dramatically. I don't know. That's just what I've heard. But, you know, everybody likes to do their YouTube videos. I've seen a lot of hate. I've seen a lot of hate views. And I've seen a lot of people, and then I've seen people that are like, oh, I loved it. You know, it's great. And I've seen both. Good mixture. That's the way Star Wars is these days. But I loved, I think my favorite was episode 5, of course, with Hayden, of all the ones I've seen. The return of Hayden Christensen. Yeah. Big Vern, you're right. That happens all the time, right? They design a cool, unique villain, and then they just kill him off. Mm-hmm. Didn't they do that with one of the? What was that character's name? I don't know what his name was, but there was one. He ended up turning into dust, and everybody was like, "Oh, it's Star Killer from the video game." Oh my gosh! Psych. He's a nobody. He's a nobody. Let's see. We got this. Some gold. The gold is interesting. Huh. Weird, man. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, make it. It's like they had something going on, and I don't know. And then they piecemealed their helmets together or something. What's up, Lino? Hello, sir. Hola, Cervantes. Hola. How you doing, brother? I saw I was out and about, and you had a stream going earlier. I think your brother tagged me in it, maybe, or somebody did. It's probably your brother. But he also tagged me on Instagram. Your brother's getting good with his art skills. Tagged me on a Balin sketch he's working on. I was impressed. It's like, come on now. Obviously, the art runs in the fam. Oh, you drew Balin. What? Oh my gosh. I thought that was him. That's funny. I complimented it. I was like, man, that's amazing. He's so funny. I misinterpreted. I don't think he was trying to sell it as his. Now that I think about it, I think I just assumed it was his because he was sending it to me with no context. You know what I mean? It didn't say anything. I just assumed it was his. That's funny. Yeah. Here, you want me to let me bring you on. Oh, let's look at our poll here. So far, no turds. Okay, we got 4. Oh, I put tears. Happies and tears. Okay, that's a good thing. And then 3 mez so far. Okay, here we go. I'll bring you in, buddy. Invite to co-host. Confirm.
Oh, what's up? What's going on here? Oh,
Hello there. There you go.
look, my hair's a mess.
Who needs it?
I
At our
didn't work.
age, what's it matter?
I didn't work today, so I didn't care.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Yeah. Hey, look. So this is what I did.
Oh, yeah, that is yours. That looks great.
Yeah. Yeah, they were making fun of me because I started with this like I don't know, like violet color on his side, and they're like, so did he get too much sun and laid on one side of his face, or what's going on here? I'm like, oh my god, here we go.
Like, what is that? A birthmark?
Exactly. Yeah, they were being the guys. I
Oh yeah.
I did this one first. Little Batman.
I'm sure Fulcrum probably wasn't a part of that at all.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all.
Oh, look at that. Nice Batman.
I did that Batman and then I went to this one. See, it's quite bigger.
Or is that Daredevil? That's a nice Daredevil.
That's a cool Daredevil right there with pointy ears. Yeah, man. I
Bro.
think I want to do some work. I got a ton of work going on, but and then has anybody ever asked you to do these like a what do they call them? Like oh my god, sketch cards that go one image to the other that they kind of you know what I'm
Like
like this.
puzzle? Like a puzzle?
Yeah, I guess a puzzle.
Like where you put two sketches, two
Like
cards
this.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I tried doing those. Anyway,
Yeah. Those are great. Yeah, those are a
dude.
lot of fun. Plus you make some nice cash off something like that.
Yeah, I don't think I realized though how to make it work, but because well, me because of the top loaders, because I put them in the top loaders. But
Oh,
hey, so this character you drawing, what do you think of this dude?
I don't know, man. I don't know much about them. Does anybody?
No, I don't think anybody
Yeah.
does, but I'm
He's
kind of
weird.
like,
It's a weird design. I will
yeah,
say that. It's different.
it it it,
Um,
it kind of is, but I kind of dig it. Like,
yeah.
I think I kind of dig it. Like,
Yeah, it's interesting how they interpreted the stormtrooper mask as a human face,
yeah.
and I've seen the memes where people are like comparing it to the dude from Gladiator, one of the Gladiator guys with the
Oh, that's
gold.
right. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's
I
right.
could see
Yeah,
that.
but
Yeah, I mean
yeah,
it's different. I will say drawing it is a little weird.
it looks awesome, dude. What you're doing right now looks awesome.
Oh, well,
I can't wait
thanks.
till you put color on it.
Yeah, I will see how it goes. Hopefully, it's all right. This is a thank you to Big Vern because Big Vern was one of the guys I accidentally sent the wrong item to,
Uh huh.
and he was gracious enough to get it mailed out to the right person.
And so
And
this is going to him.
yep, I said, "Hey man, will you let me draw you something just for the trouble?" And I asked him what character he would like me to draw him, and he said Captain Enoch from
Dude,
uh,
what a great pick.
Ahsoka. Yeah.
What a great pick.
And I just told him because he's on the stream. I was like, "Hey, man, just so you know, like you're my very first person I've drawn this character for. I've never drawn this before."
Yeah,
So,
no.
and there aren't a lot of references. This is pretty much the one reference I see everybody who's drawn him draw him from, where he's just looking at the
Hey,
camera. This reference here.
so cool. Oh, are you gonna color it up and everything, or?
Yeah, yeah. I asked him if he wants color or grayscale or black and white, and he said, "I'd love color." And I said, "Let's do it."
Well, you need to get a little watercolor set and then just go to town on that thing.
Oh, ugh,
I bet you would kill it. You would just
blech.
destroy it. You would
No,
do it.
I would destroy it. You're right. I don't
No,
disagree.
you wouldn't. Gold leaf. Yeah, that'd be cool. Gold leaf it. That would be super cool.
Oh, gold leaf? Yeah.
That'd be kind of
I don't have any of that stuff, that's for sure.
cool. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, no, I don't I haven't messed with watercolor in so long.
Yeah, have
I'm
I, but
still
I'm just practicing.
yeah. Well, you seem to be doing really good with it. It's like
Thanks, man.
yeah, you're really crushing it with that stuff.
Like this one, I
I just
did no line work on it. I went straight from pencils to watercolor.
yeah.
No ink line work on it. So
Yeah, it looks good, man.
thanks, man.
Do you have watercolor pencils at all?
Yeah, I just use straight this. This is the ugliness that I use right here,
Oh yeah. Classic.
and three little brushes. Yeah.
Mm,
But
that's
anyway,
classic.
yeah, bro. I just wanted to stop by and say hello. I gotta go meet my family at Pizza Hut.
Oh,
And
okay.
I know, dude. Everybody hates Pizza Hut, and for some reason, I love it, and nobody ever wants to go eat it. So my wife is with my daughter at some practice for something or another, homecoming, and
Uh-huh.
and told me we're gonna go eat at Whataburger. I was like, I'll go get me food. You're good. And then she called me back. We're gonna go to Pizza Hut. I'm like, I'll be right there.
You're like, I'm in. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
but I wanted to
You're
say
that
hello.
person. You are holding Pizza Hut together
Yeah, the one guy.
on your shoulders, man.
Exactly. Pizza Hut owes me.
Yeah.
You're funny. Alrighty, man. I'll be watching you though from
Okay.
afar. Okay,
All
bro.
right, brother.
Keep it up.
Good seeing you, man.
Bye bye.
Later. Okay. We heard from Lino. Did you guys see Fulcrum on Instagram? You guys gotta go see Fulcrum's um Fulcrum's account, his Instagram, because he made a video. He made a video of an intro for our love line. It's pretty funny. Crack me up. One question, Vern, Big Vern, do you know those symbols on the top of this guy's helmet? Are these is that red? Are those red? Can't tell in the reference, or are they gray? I assume they're red like the AT-AT drivers. I don't know. Does any of you guys know? Let me look. I'll look and see if I can see any better reference. It's red. I think it's red. It's red. Yeah, that looks red to me. Looks red to me. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my these pens, these Statler pens, and we'll do some red on here. Let me make sure I have this right, though. Yeah. Okay. That. And then, let's see. $20. There we go. Appropriate curve identified. On Wikipedia, it's red. All right, great. I'm right then. I was worried I was making the wrong call. It looks red to me as well, so I'm going with red. By the way, I do have stuff on my store available. I should be promoting that stuff as well. If you want to commission, I do have. I forgot to post a picture. Thought we could try to auction off that Cyclops Marvel Masterpieces tonight. If you guys want to try that and see if anybody's into that, we might try that here in a little bit. We shall see what we have time for tonight. Okay, there we go. Little symbols on the helmet there. These things come in handy for that stuff. These Stetlers, those of you that are artists. This guy, these fine liners. They are worth it if you like to do this kind of work. Okay, so let's see. I need to pull out some of these gray Copic multi-liners. Let's get some of these these. I don't know what these are. It looks like they're filled in, like like they worked really hard at what's the word? Binding or blowtorching. Torching? Trying to piece their helmets together because they went through something crazy. This guy in particular. What's up, J. Will Drummer? Good to see you. And I still have my black and white stuff pretty cheap right now. I just seems to be, I don't know. I'm just enjoying keeping that price down. And when I have time, which seems to be a little more frequent these days, I have some time to squeeze those in. Uh-oh. Alexa, stop. Somebody's taking over my Spotify again. One of my kids. Okay. I need to find another solution here for that stuff. That's not a good solution. Me singing. Dun, 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 dun. Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. Star Wars here, Star Wars there. Star Wars everywhere. Okay. I think we'll do that for now. Come back to that. Let's get interesting helmet indeed. All right, so now I'm going to thicken some lines for dynamics. What's the word? I can't think of words tonight. I don't care. Words don't matter. Only my actions. There you go. Thicker line weights to show where the light source is coming from. We'll do some here. Alexa, shuffle NXS music.
Here's some music by NXS
Oh gosh,
on
it's
Amazon
loud.
Music.
She's so loud. Let's turn this volume down. Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you. I love your precious heart. Dun, 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 dun. And they could never tear us apart. Bow, 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 bow. For 1,000 years. have wings. Don't know. Yeah. Ink under my fingernails is so gross. Just realized I'm putting nasty, dirty fingers on my screen for you guys. How embarrassing. All right. Gray, gray. This is gray. Gray. Okay. Here we go. And then this is gray over here. See what I mean when I say this guy's helmet's weird? It's just got these weird, like they were sealed because this thing was broken in pieces or something at one point. This dude has a story. Are we ever going to get it? It'll probably be in some obscure book. Let's see, Havoc, are you putting gold on the faceplate? I am. Well, it depends on what you mean by gold. I have different colors of Copic marker that I use for gold. I'm not doing gold plating or gold, what do they call it? I don't have gold. So what I use is like a sand color. Represents a lot of times a really good gold look for Copic stuff. Okay, hey, while we're here, let's see if we can auction this guy off. Why don't we do that? This right here is a Cyclops Marvel Masterpieces artist proof. You can see the gold foil right there. Marvel Masterpieces 1 of 1 from the 2018 Marvel Masterpieces set. So this is an actual sketch card from that set. So it'll come in this magnet dealio. So let's pin that while we're sitting here. We'll do, while I'm working on this, we'll just set them to the side and we'll do let's do a 5-minute auction while I'm drawing. How about that? Give you guys a chance to see if any of y'all want that. Directions. All right, so then let's get. Where is the brush? Here we go. go. What's up, comic book junkies? XRR2. Oh my gosh, Alan in the house. Love you, buddy. It's been a while, my friend. Good to see you. I love seeing XRR2 out there. All right. So now what I'm finna do now is I'm gonna start looking for my colors to do some of these like the gold and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put this to the side. Big Vern, I see you winning that Cyclops. Hiding in the background. Nothing wrong with that, man. Yeah, Big Vern. You might walk away with a flippin' artist proof from Marvel Masterpieces for $45. That's insane, man. That's great. Let's see. All right. Let me find. Okay, so the trick for me with gold, it's kind of like when I would draw, it's kind of like Iron Man. I use different things. I use sand, which is E33, and then sand white, which is E42, and then a couple of variations of yellow that have tints of like brown in them. But, all right, so let's see. Just counting down 45 seconds for this guy right here. Marvel Masterpieces, artist proof from 2018. Cyclops. This is the 80s version. My favorite was X Factor, like the early X Factor. That was my jam. You guys remember that X Factor? Any of you old timers like me? Gen Xers. All right, here we go. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, Big Vern. All right. Congratulations, buddy. That's great. I'm so glad you're getting that. Plus, you're going to get this guy. Yeah. How cool is that? I love it. Landry Staden absolutely collected it back in the day. Yes. It was my favorite. That and the, of course, the X-Men. But I loved that X Factor run. It was so good. When they got up to Apocalypse, that's where we met Apocalypse. All right. My hope is that I have these colors, or that these are not dry. Okay, that's not dry. Yay. All right, so let's take some eraser across this guy. And then we'll start doing some gold stuff here. And then there we go. What a weirdo. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna lay just some base of cashmere Y32. Thanks for that pickup there, Big Vern. Appreciate you, bud. I'm glad Scott Summers is going to a good home. I'll be sure to send it to the right place this time. Told my wife about that. I was like, see, that's why I need you to help me do these things. She's like, yeah, no, I'm busy taking care of other things. Let's see. Pisces Monkey, would you be down to do a sketch card of Madeline Pryor? I think so. Let me look her up. Why do I know her? Madeline Pryor. Madeline Pryor. Madeline Pryor. Madeline Pryor. Yeah, I could probably do that for you, for sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, hey, Pisces Monkey, I just saw that you snagged something. Just shoot me a direct message. If you have any specific references that I can use, you can send those to me. That'd be great. And if they're not working on whatnot, people have had problems sending me pictures there. You can send it to me on Instagram if you're on there at KS Geek Man. But yeah, any reference that you can help me give me direction would be phenomenal. Would love it. Thanks for the pickup too. I appreciate the art buy. The support is always appreciated. All right, so I've got this cashmere. I think that's a pretty good color. Now I'm going to lay down this sand white. Excuse me. I've got sand white and then yellowish beige. Let's see what this does. Yeah, okay. So sand white. What I'm going to do is start this. For where the shadow type stuff is. It's a little darker. Dun-dun-dun. Okay, so let's pull that cashmere back out. Greg wants Admiral Akbar. Oh, look at this. We got some stuff coming in. I see that. Thanks, guys. Pisces Monkey, I see you. Your full color sketch card. Okay. Greg, 4x6 color. Okay, so you want Admiral Akbar. All right. So let me write this down. Let's get this down so I don't lose it. I mean, I know I can always go back to the stream, but I'm going to write it down. Pisces Monkey. Yeah, I see that. Landry Stadium got one too. Yeah. Pisces Monkey. You wanted, what was her name? Madeline Pryor. Yeah, again, just send me some references. That would be super helpful. And then G. Dodrell. Been a while since I've drawn for you, buddy. Admiral Akbar. Yes. Love me some Admiral Akbar. And then Landry Stadium. What do you want, buddy? Did you already say it in here somewhere? Landry Stadium. K2SO. All right. I haven't drawn K2 in a while. Love K2SO. All right. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Is that right? Make sure I got that. 1, 2. Yeah. Cool. Right on. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Put me to work. I love it. The other thing I'm trying to work on tonight, I have this She-Hulk sketch. I sketched her out for somebody, a Marvel Masterpiece. So we'll see if we get to it. I don't know if I'll get to it tonight. We'll just work on this guy. And then I might have to do that one later on. Fun thing is, I might be able to jump on and do more live streams this week than I usually do. So, yeah. Let's to go. If you want. All right, so now we're going to get some sand. We're going to put the sand out here. This is going to brown it up some. Your hands on top of you, losing grip quickly. Fix me, can you read the signs? Coming your way to Vegas, dirty and dreaming like you're out of control. Save your tears and laughter, because this is the ride. And this is the show. It's really, I'm done the show. So yeah, when I used to color Iron Man stuff, I would use kind of this color scheme. It's kind of funny how like something brown like sand actually can take care of it tricks the brain into kind of seeing gold, if that makes sense. There's a lot of brain tricking that goes on in art. Brain tricking. Okay, so let's get the sand out again here. Hey, funking crazy. Thank you. I see that. I see your noise. Thanks for the noise. Blomp, 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 blomp. Huh. get it out. Be your shoulder. You can tell it all. Michael Hutchence, one of the consummate rock star frontmen of a rock band ever, pop rock band. Gone too soon. Tragedy. See, sent reference pic to Whatnot Messages, basically artist interpretation. I've been collecting numerous takes of this character on Whatnot. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I appreciate the opportunity. What Madeline Pryor, I know the name, like, because I was a Marvel kid, but I got to be honest, I can't recall, like, what comic series was she from? Was she in Mutants? Got to do Goblin Queen. Oh, okay. New sensation. Mr. Sinister made a clone of Jean Grey. I believe Cyclops hooked up with her after Dark Phoenix died and had babies with her. Yeah. So I remember, like, like I was an 80s kid, right? And yeah, I do remember her. I remember that. Her name reminds me of that era. So interesting. Okay. I don't know that I've ever drawn her, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Do it. All right. So now, one thing I'm going to add to the mask of this dude is a little bit of warm gray tones, just for a few of the like shading. I'm gonna get your shading around the upper lip. I worked really hard on the upper lip and shading. Did not care. A time. Dude, I'm really digging this NXS playlist. NXS radio. I should have done this a while ago. Dream on, white boy, white boy. And wake up to a brand new day. Dream on, white boy, white boy. Dream on, white girl, white girl. Wake up to a brand new day. To find your dreams and wash away. Dream on, white boy, white boy. Here we go. I think Cable and a Daughter came from that. Interesting. All right, let's get some more of that gold stuff going in these other spots here. This is Y32 Cashmere. Those of you that are artist people that like to know what other artists are doing, that's what I'm using. All right. I'm trying to make sure where are the other gold stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Ramos, Art in the house. How are you doing, man? It's good to see you. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, 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 KS, what's shaking? You don't want to know what's shaking. I'm doing pretty good, though, today, my friend. Drawing a Captain Enoch from Ahsoka. Let's see. Let's do sand. Everybody groove. In a world, it's in honor of you. In a world where Rodney Ramos Art joins your chat as you sketch. In a world. Yeah. Yeah, you know what's funny? I thought about canceling my Disney Plus after the Ahsoka, trying to save money, and I realized I'm like, I don't really watch anything else on Disney. But then I'm like, well, I don't know what my daughters watch. I got a kid off at college. I think she likes to watch it sometimes. But I don't know. I thought it'd be terrible if I suddenly took away one of her forms of entertainment while she's away at college. But I left it. This is what I'm going to do. In a world where KS imitates me, he said, boy hears my voice in his head when he does. Yes, in a world. What are you doing tonight, man? Are you drawing or anything? You got a stream? Are you just taking a break from streaming tonight? Loud. I'm streaming a bit. Procrastinating. Well, if you want to jump on here and say hi to people, you can, man. I know you were getting ready to one night, and then Lino charged himself in front of you. You don't have to. No pressure at all, but you're always welcome to. Right, yeah. I have a friend of mine crashing the apartment for me. Oh, he arrives tomorrow. Got stuff to do. That's what that means. Clean up. All right, we'll do it. 5 minutes. We'd love it. We'd love to have you on, man. I've never had you on. Okay, now where I'm at now in this process is I am going to get some grayscale stuff, and we're going to do some a little bit of shading on this dude's helmet. I think I'm going to use neutral grays. Where do you go neutral? Neutral grays. None of that cool gray stuff. Neutral grays. All right, I'm going to see. All right. I need to put these away. My desk gets so messy so quickly here. Okay. All right, Nutri-Grays. I think this over here needs to actually be colored in like that. Yes. Distance. Figure the miles. Whoever that is. I miss the fun. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that 4-leaf 11711. Thank you very much. I say man. I apologize. I don't mean to assume your gender. You could be a very fine lady. But I do appreciate the kind words, man or woman. All right, so let's add some darker. That was N1. So let's jump up to N3. And we're going to do some darker stuff down here. Yeah, that's looking all right. I'm getting pleased with that. She's only one. Look at that. All right, what are you thinking of that, Big Vern? Awesome. I'm so glad you like it, buddy. No, this is not. Listen, what you did for me was a lifesaver. I so appreciate it. So this was a joy and a pleasure for me to draw for you, my friend. I appreciate what you did for me. So those of you that are jumping on, you're like, what is going on? Why is he talking like this to this dude? Well, let me tell you a story. Last week, I mailed out a sketch cover, a Logan sketch cover, and then a Moon Knight 4x6 sketch. Well, Big Vern bought the Moon Knight, and suddenly what arrived at his door was the Logan sketch cover. And I was so grateful that he sent me a note. He's like, hey, I got the wrong thing. So he was generous enough to go out to the post office and mail that to the right person. So I got in touch with the other guy. He's mailing the Moon Knight. So they're going to be good. But they both were incredibly gracious and forgiving for such a stupid mistake on my part. So that's why I'm drawing this. It's for Big Vern. Yeah. All right. Here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Rodney Ramos art coming in. Gonna co-host. Let's go before he streams because he's got a stream going on tonight.
Live here in New York City, the man of the hour, full of lots of power. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I present to you KS Geekman Skywalker. That's right.
Oh my
He
gosh!
finally got his name in lights.
Yes, I did.
He is the Geek Skywalker, Geekman Skywalker.
I received that in a
Here
world.
he is. All the time he was doing Star Wars stuff, we didn't know that he was from an alternate universe. And that universe was the Star Wars universe. Ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da.
I love it. How you doing, man?
Trying to hang in there, I'm losing my mind. There's a lot of bullshit
Uh-oh.
going on. And,
Yeah.
there are times I need to pack it in New York and get the fuck out of here, man.
I hear you, brother.
Been here too long, spending way too much fucking money and nothing.
Yeah. Where are you at? Whereabouts in New York?
I'm on 14th Street in East Village.
Okay. I was just there in June. We were out
Really?
at we were there at Times Square area.
And you
My
didn't let
daughter.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. This is how this works, Mr. KS Skywalker.
My daughter was she was competing at the Jimmy Awards there on Broadway for high school musical
Nice.
people. Yeah, she made
That's
it out there.
exciting.
She was voted best actress here in Kansas City in high school, and then they get to move on to the
Now,
big
did they
city.
perform on a Broadway stage?
Yeah, she did. So I get to tell
Wow.
people. So when people ask me, I say I have a daughter who was on Broadway, and it's not a lie.
That's a big deal, man, because
It was, man.
break the jitters.
Yeah,
Knows
she
what
was
it's like
at
to be on the big stage.
Yeah, she was on that stage they do Lion King performances at.
Lion King. I know the one. It used to be 42nd Street used to be the naked town. You could go. It's true. When I was a kid, I used to walk around there and it was, oh man, if you know how seedy it was crazy seedy.
I believe you.
It was how seedy was it? It was so seedy that the seats there were so freaking sticky. Like they would have the kung fu movies there too around there. My friend and I would go, but it would be everything's like XX rated, XX rated, XX rated.
Oh gosh, that's seedy.
And you would walk down between where you were between 7th and 8th, and man, holy crap! 7th and 8th was like it was like the Wild West, man. Every pimp, every prostitute walking around.
Oh my gosh, really?
True, yeah, absolutely.
Big Vern, where do you want me to put the? Big Vern's asking. This is for him. Big Vern, you're saying, would you add first Captain Enoch? Would you like me to write that on the bottom? Do you care? Where you want that at, man?
He does
care. Okay.
All right. Enoch, answer KS. Now, this is Batman.
Hey, what are you drawing? Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I had this sketched out, so I know that this character here is supposed to be She-Hulk, and the rest are just me deciding. I think that's the Hulk in the back. I'm going to put the Hulk in the back. I don't know. I'm just fucking around.
Awesome, man. Well, I wish that people like you. There was some guy I was watching. He put on Sunday. He was sketching some amazing sketch on his Facebook.
Right.
And he said, just lazy Sunday sketch. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish my lazy Sundays were like that. I couldn't even.
There are
amazing.
A couple of guys that are like that, and you just want to kick them in the balls.
Let me teach you a lesson.
Here, try and draw now.
Careful, Rodney. I think you might become one of those guys with that that talent. Not just that, but that voice. Oh, it's like butter.
That voice.
Your movie trailer voice. That night, dude, I could not stop laughing. You had me laughing so hard that night. I jumped on. I was listening on your stream.
What was the
Oh, it was just like the whole time. I was on there for like 5 minutes, and I think the whole time you were like, "In a world." No, it was you weren't saying "in a world." You were saying, "Something Pictures presents Touchstone
Touchstone Pictures
presents."
presents a movie you didn't expect to see. Watching K.S. Geekman look for his pens that are not dried out. Yes,
Oh
it's an
gosh,
exciting, thrilling film
that
where
is that
K.S.
is
realizes that all his pens are dried out and he can't draw anything on his stream. What will he use? He reaches for his
that
coffee and
that's
decides he's going to do some coffee sketches. And he starts dipping away like a madman.
that is the
While he lost
story.
his mind, everyone in his house stares at him. Why are you using coffee? He says, because I can.
Oh my gosh. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Or
So
maybe you're
hey,
just
so
laughing.
since
You just
this
like
is,
maybe you just like to laugh. You're like,
I do like to
oh,
laugh. Listen, I
you know,
need the laughter.
this is KS KS on like the British channel. Do, 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 do. Oh, and today's show, KS Geekman Skywalker. Tell me, Mr. KS Geekman Skywalker, what's it like to be part of one of the most well-known families in the universe? Well, why do you sound like Obi-Wan? I don't sound
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
there you go.
Listen, that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Oh, yes. Yes, tell us about it. What was it like hanging out with Kenobi? How did he take his coffee or his tea? Yeah,
Uh,
young viewers want to know. Did he take it with one lump or two?
well, he was
Uh,
into the coffee enema thing, if you've ever heard of that.
hello.
So,
What a
have you
way to
ever heard of
relate.
that? The coffee
Oh
enemas?
yeah, what a way to relieve the universe. On the next Coffee Enema on Star
The
Wars
co-
TV. How to get
That's the
relief
next Disney Plus show.
on another universe, on another planet. How does one get relief? Stay tuned as KS investigates all the known ways that people in the universe relieve themselves. Yes, it's true. It's exciting. Stay
Uh,
tuned because it's going to get wild, boys.
oh boy,
Absolutely.
that's so funny.
Alfred,
You're crazy,
Alfred,
man.
Alfred, what is going on here? Why have you let KS in here? He's supposed to stay in his universe. Oh, excuse me, sir, I didn't know. You know, I was in the middle of making your tea for the 8th billion time. Instead of getting help for me to make your tea, I'm still here stuck doing your crap. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to say that out loud. Was I being rude? I don't appreciate you being so awful to me, Alfred. Oh, no, sir, I would never do that to you. You don't pay me enough for that. I don't like what you're saying to me. Oh, sir, just go on your adventuring and find some crime in Gotham and take care of it. All right, I'll be back later. Oh, excuse me, sir. Do
You
you
do
have
have a good
any
Batman
idea when you'll
voice.
be back, sir? You don't know. Why do you ask, Alfred? Oh, nothing, sir. Later that night, Batman comes home. I'm so exhausted. Fighting crime for hours, and then there's such what's that noise? Oh yes, beat me some more, darling. Oh, that's just great. What is going on here? What is this noise? Batman approaches the door, listening intently. Oh, yes,
I
Mom
am afraid of
love to be
where you're
little
taking this.
bad Alfred. Alfred. Batman bursts into the room and he sees Alfred strapped up against an X thing, arms in the air, legs on below, and a big dominatrix. And the dominatrix is the Black Queen from Marvel. Batman's like, "What are you doing here, Black Queen? Stay in your Marvel universe."
Wrong universe.
You're in the wrong universe, Black Queen. Oh, yes, I am in the wrong universe, Batman. But Alfred loves a good beating from me. Oh, yes, sir. I can't help it. The Black Queen really provides all the nourishment I need sexually. Alfred, stop this immediately. Oh, no, sir. I can't stop it. Keep going, Black Queen. Keep going. Shut up. You just do what I tell you to do. Oh. This is just disgusting. I cannot put up with this. Out of my mansion. You're fired, Alfred. You can't fire me, sir. I have pictures. Pictures of what? Remember you and that little pig?
What the heck is going?
Daniel,
Dude,
Alfred.
you are crazy, man. You are you a writer too?
No.
That's probably good for the rest of the world.
Next, Alfred and
That's
Batman.
funny.
Things get dicey.
Oh gosh.
Sir, would you like to join us? The whipping is
Oh.
delicious from Black Queen. Oh, yes, it is, Batman. I would love to just hit your bats a little bit. Oh, oh, oh. Let me think about it. I'm going to leave now. I think I have to go take care of something. Oh, you go, sir. You go, sir. You know exactly how I feel. Oh, I just can't stand this. I'm leaving. Shall we continue, Alfred? Oh, yes, absolutely. Please, a little lower.
Dude, you're crazy, man. I love it. Hey, so tell me something about one time I was listening to your stream that you were doing with Lino,
Yeah.
which was many moons ago. And I was listening. I wanted to listen to the whole story, but I think you were sharing some of your journey of your professional work that you've done for comic books and kind of talking
Right.
a little bit about that. Do you mind taking like a couple minutes to maybe share with
Sure,
the
let us
people that
go
are
down memory lane.
I would love for the people that are listening on here to hear your story, man.
What
I would
do
love
you
it.
want to know?
And I would like to know. So like one of the things Lino always talks about is like, hey, listen, the stuff that you have done in the past, like tell me some of the like you've done professional stuff for comics. What are
I
some of the
started a
what's this?
long time ago. My first
Yeah.
job was 18 years old. My first
Wow.
boss in comics was John Romita Sr.
Shut up. No
Yeah,
way.
John Romita Sr. was my boss. So I
That's
was
amazing.
assistant to Mark Texiero. I met
Okay.
Mark in high school, and back then in art and design in New York City, they had these two amazing illustrator teachers that, I remember I when I got over there,
Uh-huh.
I was taking this teacher's class named Erwin Greenberg. And he said, if you come to my morning class, you'll get an automatic 100. All you have to do is just show up and hang out with us and paint. And I'm thinking, automatic 100. All right, okay.
What? Okay.
So they told me what stuff to get. And I, because it was a painting class, you come in early and you paint.
Uh-huh.
And so I went over there with stuff. And I'm looking at I'm nervous because everybody in the room, at the time, they allowed professionals in, alumni professionals. And there were teachers there like Max Ginsburg, who's a legend to this day, painter, and a few other illustrators. And they would come and hang out. They came up and painted with us at 6:00 in the morning. They would get a model. We all chip in a quarter at the time.
When you say you get a model, you mean a live model or
No, they would get a student. They would
Okay.
say, they ask a student to come in early, and
Uh-huh.
everybody would chip in to give them the money.
Gotcha.
So maybe they might walk out $10, which is a lot of, when you're in
Yeah.
high school. Back then, $10 went far. Now,
Yeah.
kids, $10
Like
doesn't take you even down the street.
nah. $10 would buy you 2 meals at McDonald's.
2 meals. Well,
Yeah.
depends on whether or not someone would clean their hands that day. Yeah. So Tex had how I met Tex was when I went to the morning painting class. The teacher, the guy Irving asked me, hey, so what do you want to do? And I said, well, I want to do comic books. He goes, comic books? Because back then, illustrators just didn't take comic books seriously.
Yeah.
You want to do you should talk to that guy over there. I go, what guy? He goes, Mark, come over here. And Mark comes over, and he goes, this is Mark. He says, he works at DC. You work at DC Comics? And I went, you're Mark Texiera. You work on Warlord. He goes, what? How the fuck did you know that? I said, I know everything about comics.
That was your
You need an
jam.
assistant? And so I became his assistant, and,
Nice.
while still in high school
Uh-huh.
with him. And, I go over and work on some backgrounds, help him pencil some backgrounds, help him do whatever he needed to get done. And, while going to high school, I learned to paint with these guys. These guys are amazing. And painting is something I need to get back to.
Yeah.
Every time I see Deviant Apple painting Esteban, I lose my mind because I'm sitting there and going, my painting itch kicks in.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I need to fucking paint. I need to paint now. So Mark was doing work at DC for a while. And I remember we would go up to DC and he would get these jobs and it would help him out in the backgrounds. But then he landed a gig at Marvel. And I would go with him. But at the time, I had a few sample pages. I still have those sample pages, actually. They're very crude and rude. And I went up there with him one time and he said, bring your samples with you. And I'm like, okay. So I bring the samples. This is when Marvel was on 27th Street and Park Avenue.
Yeah.
So you could actually go to Marvel and so I was waiting in this small waiting area and it was like maybe a 4-foot barrier. I mean, if anybody at the time could have jumped over the barrier and walked around Marvel.
Can I ask what year are we talking about? What era of Marvel?
1988.
Okay, great era.
So 88, 89 in there. So he disappears with my pages. And 5 minutes later, he comes back and he's like, get up, get up, get up. And I'm like, what? He says, just get up. And I get up, I stand up. And from behind the wall comes John Romita Sr. He goes, hey, kid, your stuff is not bad. I don't have any openings right now for my Romita Raiders, but let me get your name, let me get your number, and I'll call you. And I'm looking at him, you're John Romita. You're John Romita. And
That's
he's like,
amazing.
yeah. And so I was blown away because I'm staring at, even then, legend. I'm looking at John Romita. And I'm like, sure. And I give him my number and and everything. And then we leave. And so I had just about taken the post office test to become a clerk. I passed and then I had just gotten a card in the mail. I was living with my parents. I was a kid back then. I was 18, 19. And I remember I got it and thinking, all right, I'm going to report to work and become a postal worker. And I think it was even a day or 2 days later, the phone rings. Yes, back then, kids, the phones were on the wall, and it came with a little cord and everything.
Right.
And my mother had answered it, and she was like, she comes over to me. She goes, some guy from Ma Bell named Romita is on the phone for you.
Oh my goodness!
What? Do you mean John Romita from Marvel's on the phone? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I leap and grab the phone. I go, hi. He goes, hey, kid, listen, there's an opening to become a Romita Raider. Do you want, it doesn't pay much. At the time, it was paying like $4.25 an hour. And he's like, I don't care. He's like, well, the job is yours if you want. Report to work on Monday. I'm like, yes, of course. I'll be there. I'll be there on Monday. And I just hung up the phone. I remember floating. It felt like I was floating.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
I'm walking over to my parents and I'm going, I'm going to be working for Marvel on Monday. They were like, what is the big deal? They didn't even understand. They're like, I'm going to fucking work for Marvel Comics. And I went to the first day I went over there. They had a bullpen, the bullpen, and it had a little area for the Romita Raiders to work, and there was a couple of guys there that I knew. A couple of guys had already left. Kevin McGuire used to be there. Sorry about the burping.
Oh, you're good.
Kevin McGuire used to be there, and a few other people used to be there. And the people that were there was like Chris Ivy, my friend Chris Ivy, and a few other people I don't remember. And what happened is that, you sit down and John calls you into the room and he explains, all right, so here's the job. The job is whenever the editor needs anything fixed, they're going to bring the stuff to me. Either I'm going to pencil it out or I'm going to have you pencil it out.
What?
And then I will check on it. So they would bring the original pages, covers and everything. And one of the main jobs you were supposed to do back then was the Marvel Universe book. And so the Marvel Universe book, we had to do cleanup and all this stuff by hand. I mean, back then without Photoshop, we were doing it with iodine and like a neutralizer, and fixing things and, redrawing things and that was part of the job. But the other part of the job too was you had to show you had like about 6 months a little closer to a year to show your stuff. Keep doing samples, show your stuff. The idea was to get to know the editors, get to know the freelancers, get to know how the process works, and so you sit there, and John will call you into the room. And John would go, okay, I'm gonna sketch this out. Here's an arm, finish this arm, take this over and ink this. Or he would say, all right, I want you to pencil this, finish penciling this like this, and bring it back to me, and we'll look at it, and then we'll get it inked. You know what I mean? Like that.
Right.
So we did a lot of the corrections they didn't have time to send back to the artist to have done, because it would take forever, because everything was mailed.
Mm-hmm. It's
So
a different world, man. Digital
wasn't a thing. It was a different world. Scanning and everything was out. So they would have to FedEx the things back, wait for the artist to get it done, and FedEx it back. That's like 3-4 days.
Yeah.
So what we did was they did a lot of in-house corrections. So there's a lot of pages back then. You could look and you could tell there was a correction done on it. So we did corrections on pages and covers. One of the funniest ones, which I always tell people all the time, which is hilarious, was a Liefeld page came in.
Oh, really?
And there was, Liefeld at the time used to cover feet up with smoke. And John looks at it and he goes, okay, we're supposed to put feet here. So John starts to sketch out where the feet are supposed to go. Wait a minute.
Really?
He goes, that's okay. Wait a minute. That doesn't make sense either. Let me put no. Okay, wait a minute. How the hell did he do this? This doesn't make sense at all. And he's trying to figure it out. And he just looks at it and goes, that's it. Listen, just take it, put the feet on, whatever, clean up the smoke, and take it back to the editor. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to see it anymore. Just take it.
That's so funny.
And
Acrox on the chat stream said that you need to make a book of all of these stories.
Oh, dude,
you've got so many great stories.
Used to go on at Marvel back then. That place was a fun house after hours, or even during the week. On Halloween, they would throw these crazy Halloween parties. Yeah. At night, sometimes a lot of the groups would get together, and they would form like these gun battle. Like they had these machine gun with little rubber tip things that were harmless. You could shoot them at people. And they used to have teams turn out the lights and chase each other down the hallways and everything, shooting at each other, taking each other out. One of the other things they had was a wrestling belt. One of the editors, Dave Wall and Mike Rockwitz, used to do like a wrestling thing. And they would be like, they do the whole bit and everything. The whole bit, like, I'm going to take you down, and blah, blah, blah. And they would parade whoever won the belt would parade it around the office.
Oh my gosh.
And they eventually had to stop that, because one time they were doing it back by the elevators, the main freight elevators, and they were just, they were doing the whole diving on each other and like, everybody's watching, and the freight elevator opens, and the maintenance guy comes out and goes, "What the hell are you guys doing? You can't do that here. We're not insured for this." Like, so they had to end it. And then editors would personalize their own offices. So like Anna Senti's office was kind of like dark, with like an area where she would work. Mark Roomwell was the most fun of everybody. He used to have Mike. It was him and Michael Wright. Not Michael Wright. It was Greg Wright. And they had put their desks on a 4-foot platform. And back then, the newsstands would return the top covers, to say that they didn't sell the books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's to say, hey, we didn't sell it. Here's proof. They get a refund on those books that didn't sell.
Yeah.
So when those boxes would come in of covers, well, Mark and Michael would take them, and Greg would take them, and they crushed them into this big pile in their office up against the wall. And people would come in and just dive into it and like stuff like that. John Romita had like his was like the bullpen announcement board where people would put up jokes and memes and all kinds of crazy shit. They did, man, shit they used to go down there was crazy.
Wow, that's awesome.
And you get to see everybody walking in. We would Walt Simonson would come down the hallway, or Sienkiewicz would drop off stage. Anytime anybody dropped off. What's that?
I said Walt Simonson's one of my favorites, man.
Yeah, Walt Simonson, and Walt is awesome. So So then there was, like, you were working to get paid to get work, and we get a little work here. Maybe I get like a cover to do, or maybe I would get like a page to ink, a pencil. And there's a lot of what if spoofs. What if Daredevil was colorblind? And like
Yeah.
I still have some panels of that. And there was other things too. So we ended up working, and we would stay late. And back then, lettering was done by hand. So sometimes pages would be so late, the pages would be fully inked the way they do now, and then the letter was lettered by the letter on an overlay, and those had to have whiteout put on the back because it was transparent paper. Put whiteout on the back, and then you would have to cut out the balloons and paste them down, onto the page. And so the production guy, Novak, used to always have like this loudspeaker on his office door, and he would be like, "All right, who wants to make money tonight? All right, because it paid $8 a page, which was a lot, So we'd always time ourselves to see how many pages we could do in an hour, like cut and paste, and to make an extra. It really did make a big difference in making some extra cash,
man.
And man, it was crazy.
What
I
an
remember
era.
there were times when pages would come in to be so late. They would Novak would just get on the speaker. I go like, one time he says, "All right, who wants to ink some McFarlane pages tonight?" And you see, it was like a mad dash to the office.
Oh,
and that was
would
the
they
one
all
time
fight for it?
Yeah, I got 3 pages to ink, and when you do 3 pages, you got 1 page back. So I remember getting a page back, but I don't know where it went. I must have sold it by accident with a stack of other stuff that I had, like an idiot, But issue 305 is called the Magnificent. The inkers on issue 305 are called the Magnificent Seven, in the inker section, and then in the back of the bullpen page they list the 7 people, and I'm obviously my name's in there.
Yeah.
So I
So
can
cool,
at least say
dude.
I ink McFarlane.
No doubt. What a journey, man. So tell everybody what is it you're doing now? Like what is
Doing
what's your
this.
yeah? Do you
I'm doing
find
this because after a
it
while I got tired of the politics.
Yeah, what do you mean by that? What
Well,
does
there's
that
a lot
mean?
of politics in comics. Is who you know, whether or not you get along with anybody, if you pissed anybody off.
Yep.
It's like any other business, So now you
Yeah.
get tired of like begging for work, and then they kind of usher some people out, but it's normal. It's what it is. And even after that, I ended up at DC for like 15 years. They worked on Transmetropolitan, worked on Green Lantern, worked on Batman, did pages on Wonder Woman, did pages on you name a book of DC at the time over that course of the years. And I worked JSA, JLA. I don't remember half the shit I worked on. Robin, Batgirl.
Yeah.
I remember doing Batman 650. And then I remember doing the last issue of that run of Batman, which is 715 or something like that. 713 or 715. Then I worked with my good friend Tommy Castillo, the late great Tommy. We worked on Green Arrow together. I
Wow.
Green Arrow with Tom Fowler, who hated my fucking work.
Why?
Because he was a brush guy and I did quick.
Oh.
And he lost his fucking shit over it. But I worked on Green Lantern from 137 to 181.
Okay.
Except for maybe like there was about 4 issues of fill-ins in there. And then there's all tons of stuff. Covers I did, miscellaneous pages in every fucking book you can think of.
Yeah. Well, what was your favorite project that you ever worked on?
Well, I was working with my friend Derek Robertson on Transmetropolitan.
Okay.
Yeah. I did the bulk of the series, which is 56 issues.
Wow. That's awesome, man. So cool. I love it.
56 issues straight. That's 4 years straight on a book.
Good grief, man.
That's what 12 times 36, 48 for about 4.5 years without missing a deadline.
That's awesome.
And the same thing on Green Lantern. We did, from 137, except for I think maybe there were about 5 fill-ins in there. I think there were about 5 fill-ins in there.
Do you think if you were to ever get a phone call from the Marvel or DC, would you ever go back?
Sure, I
Or
would. Why not?
you would? Okay. Well, I
You
didn't know.
kidding?
I've
It's in
heard.
my. You got to understand. It's in my blood. I can't
Yeah.
say no to Marvel or DC.
Well, the things I hear is what I hear is like the pay rates aren't very good these days
No, they're not. But you know
for the work.
what? You know, you'll still have original pages.
Yeah.
You'll still have original published pages, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it's when you have done it for as long as I have, and then when it stops, you don't know what to do yourself. Basically, you kind
Yeah.
of
You
just
miss it.
lose your mind,
Yeah.
which is pretty much what I was doing because I was like, "Well, what do I
Well, I
do now?"
think we could tell sometimes on these streams, man.
What do you mean?
You're losing your mind in a world.
In a world where I lose my mind
In
and I
fact,
start a whole new universe.
if you could do
Join
me
me
this,
on
if
an
you could do me this
adventure.
solid right now, do me a solid right now. Take that voice and read the question in the chat. If you can see the chat that our buddy Lino has put,
Leno
I
put
think,
a question.
yeah, the yellow. I don't know. Can you see the chat on the
I can
stream?
see it, but wait a minute. What's
No,
happening?
you got to do it in that voice.
Read it for me, and then
Okay.
I'll do it because
He
I
says,
can't see
"Wait
it.
a
It's in
minute."
yellow.
Yeah, he says, "Wait a minute. What's happening here? Is Rodney cheating on me, or is KS cheating on me?"
Wait a minute. Let me do it with Batman's voice. Wait a minute.
Even
What's
better.
happening here? Is Ronnie cheating on me, or is KS cheating on me? No! Elsa, stop being so dramatic. Here's some tea. Relax.
Why do you want to cheat on me?
Why are you cheating on me?
Why do
It
you
is
want to cheat on
me,
me?
Darth Leno. Why do you cheat on me? Oh, sir, have some Earl Grey. Calm your nerves down. Take a shit like everyone else and calm down. You need to
Settle
get that
down.
shit out of you, literally.
Hey, did you ever do any sketch card stuff at all in the
Yeah, and
work?
it's as miserable as anybody. I still,
Yep.
they constantly wanting me to do, and I can't. I just it even with the pay that I get on them, it's still not worth it because I
Yeah.
have to reference everything. I
Oh yeah.
reference everything, and then I got to pencil it, and then I
Yep.
have to color it. I have to
Sure.
break down the process, and by the time you're done, you'll have made nothing with
Yeah.
the amount of work that you do. I'd rather just do sketch cards on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's
You know.
definitely not as. It's really more resume building or
Yeah, but
credibility.
I did those cards. Listen to me, dude. I did those cards for like 15 years too.
Yeah.
I don't even remember how long I've done those cards.
Yeah.
You think that shit's done any good for me? No, because
Well.
in the end, I'm sitting there. They tell you you gotta get your sketch cards done in this time, and blah 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 blah.
Right.
And if you don't do it, we're gonna come after you. Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. It's
Yeah.
exhausting.
It is. That's for sure.
You know.
Yeah, but for us who do not do any comic professional work, this is like the closest we get to the opportunity
No,
of saying,
I know.
I've done licensed work.
Yeah, I mean, here's the funny part. I don't mind having done them for as long as I did.
Uh-huh.
But every time I'm sitting there, I'm like, I could do these cards better, but I never sell my APs.
Yeah.
You know?
You
Like the
never
whole
would
idea
sell
is,
them?
no, it's like I never got to the point where I could finish them to you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To sell them.
Why not?
And I see people here selling their APs for like $60,
Yeah.
the blanks or whatever, and I'm like, they're crazy. Because your APs are supposed to make up for all the crappy income you got.
Oh, yeah.
So your AP should be going for like $200, $300. They shouldn't be
Well,
going for
yeah.
$60.
It depends. I think a guy like you, it would go like that instantly.
Maybe. I don't think so. I've seen my
But,
APs. I've seen my cards come up on eBay. And
yeah.
some of them. But then again, the cards that I've seen come up are very few. Most of the cards never show up, which means people like them. Because I put backgrounds in them and everything.
Uh-huh.
I put backgrounds. I put my characters in with backgrounds and everything. It's
Yeah.
crazy. If I showed you some of the cards I did, your head would spin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your head would be like, oh my God.
I got somebody asking me about the She-Hulk. This She-Hulk is actually a commission. Somebody commissioned this from me.
Yes.
But I do
It was
have.
She-Hulk herself. Hi, it's me, She-Hulk. I commissioned myself.
Rodney, check
And
out here.
like,
Let me show you. Here's the APs I have, Rodney, on hand right now that are blanks. I have one. This is actually my very last Marvel one, and I'm done.
you
Like I
want me
have
to
it
show
done.
you some APs that'll make you lose your mind?
Oh gosh, the ones that you sketched, and
Nope.
then the other ones I've got are these Stranger Things season
Not ones
1,
I've sketched.
season 2.
Not ones I've sketched. These are very, very. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can dig this up for a moment. Let me just move this up for a moment. I gotta reach in. I'm getting scratched by something, and I don't know why.
Hey, IIK555. If you want to hit me up on the DM side, I can talk to you about what I have. I have a Marvel Masterpieces and some Stranger Things season 1 and 2. That's what I've got left as far as APs. As far as Rodney's stuff, I don't know. He's about ready to show us his stuff.
If I can find it, I don't know where the hell I
Yeah.
put them.
And I bet he would commission some stuff for you.
Hold on a second.
But it'd probably be like $500.
No, the APs I have, I've had people almost kill me for them. For some reason, at the moment, I don't know where the hell I put them. Hold on a second. Let me see if my light.
I wish.
Let me shine a light.
Yeah, $5 million. $5 million.
$5 million.
$5 million you can
On the
get
next
yourself.
KS Geekman, come and join me for an adventure you never thought you would take. One down a dark alley, one that will never ever change. Join us now for the adventure that KS Geekman never thought he would take anybody on. The journey to take a shit. It's dark, it's dirty, and it's very brown.
Well, how do you know it's brown? I mean, you don't know
Well,
what
if it's yellow, you're in trouble, buddy. Oh, man. I don't know where the hell I put them. I don't know where the hell I put them. I was going to show you some shit that would have blown your mind away. I showed them a couple of times.
Yeah.
And one of the guys that comes on here is Sketch Card Magazine.
Oh, I don't know that one. On the Whatnot app?
Yeah, he shows up every now and then.
Okay.
And I showed it to him. And he was like, "Oh, can I get?" Like, I'm like, "No, I can't," because people have fought over for these sketch cards that I have. They're blanks. That's why. They're very, very rare blanks.
Like they must be from what?
They're from 1993 and 1998.
Oh my gosh, brother! Yeah, those have got to be
I
worth
don't know
something, man.
because one time I told a group years ago. One time I told this guy who was a big card collector because they collected those cards, and every now and then the raw ones come up. And somebody does a sketch on them, and the guy was losing his shit. I mean, he lost his shit. He was pissed. He was like, "We don't like it." He said it as though they were like some Ferengi. He's like, "We don't like when people take our stuff and then they make new cards out of them." And I'm like, "But you don't own these cards." And back then they just handed them out to us, and they were paying like $1 or $2 a piece for these cards to be made. And I'm telling you, it was a fucking nightmare because these guys got so mad at me, so mad at me, they were gonna. Hold on a second, I'm still looking for them. It's funny when you bury something. Apparently, I know how to bury it really good.
You do one of those. Hey, I don't want to lose this. Oops, I lost it because I didn't want to
No,
lose
but it's not supposed to be buried that way because they were right here. I had them right here.
Joe FSH, LOL. I just finished Ahsoka today. The ending was eh. Yeah, I haven't watched the ending yet. I still have to watch it. Isn't that crazy? It's been out for almost a week. But here's what I've done today. I did this Captain Enoch guy from the show.
Enoch. You're knocking it out of the park. Get it?
Yay! Waka
You're knocking it
waka.
out of the park. See, I'll show you I'll show you some AP cards that I have that I did already from a while back, and I showed him these cards too. Here.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
So these are from 2012. That one's 2012. This one's not 2012. This is, I don't even know what year that is. What
Well,
year
it's
is
got the newer. I mean, like I say, newer. The Marvel logo on there is from the 2010s, right? Right.
And they could be. This is one I did. Here's another one.
Uh huh.
Here's
Nice.
another one. That ain't great, but
Oh, that
they
drew
are
out.
what they are. I mean, they're never meant to. And this
Yep.
I did the Captain America 75 series.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Oh, I
This is
love that.
this is from I don't know what year that is.
It says it. Did it just say it on the lower left corner on the back?
The lower left corner
Yeah.
on the.
Turn it over again. It looked like it said it on that Captain America. And hold it up to the camera for me, real close. Does it say right there?
I don't know.
It says, "Yep, right where your thumb is." 2014.
Okay, so that was 2014.
Uh huh.
But this is how old these cards are, and I
Yeah,
never sell them.
brother. Look, hey, I got people right now saying, run them." Like
Yeah,
you
but
should be
what am I
running that
running a
stuff.
card at that's that old? Look at this. Back in the day, Webster Hall, Psychedelic Thursdays. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah,
You know,
dude, I think
but
you'd
you
have
see, I
people
wouldn't
would buy
run
those
this.
off you.
I wouldn't run this for less than like $300. That's the
Well,
point, because these cards are from that era, and like there's a bunch of other cards I've had from that era too.
yeah. Well,
Like
then
these are
you should
cards I
try
got
to
to
run them.
finish. Like here, look.
Do you have them on your buy it now shop here?
Nope.
Oh, that's
See,
great.
look.
I love
Here's
that
some other
ordering.
AP cards. Look, and the reason why I haven't finished these is I have to finish them because they're not finished. See, look. This is 2012.
Looks finished to me.
2012. Well, this one I wanted to add more, darken up the color and everything.
Sure.
And this one too, I wanted to make her half disappear here.
Uh huh.
This one too, you know what I mean. I don't know. Here's
Oh
Iceman.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. That looks good though, man.
Iceman, Black Cat. Because I was rushing them. I was like, because they needed to see the images. But then I have some that don't have the images on them. And these Black Diamond, my friend says people lose their shit over the Black Diamond ones.
Huh. What year are those from? Black Diamond.
I don't know.
Oh,
The Black Diamond ones are recent.
okay.
I would say
I think it says it there in that lower left corner. I think that's
yeah,
where.
but I can't even.
Yeah. It says here. Hold it. 2020. Those are 2020.
Okay, those are 2020.
Yeah.
Those are pandemic babies.
Uh huh. Hey, somebody's asking if you would commission it on anything on those blanks that you've got.
Yeah, but again, I don't know what I would charge for because that's the hard part I have on that, man. That's the hard part I have on it is like deciding what, because again, these cards, the reason why they give us these cards is to make up for the crappy pay.
Oh yeah.
They're not supposed to go for $60 or $70. They're supposed to go for $150 because they're APs. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, so when you give your AP away at $60, you might as well why don't you just take the card and throw it out the window then at that point? Because you're just basically giving it away.
Well, I'll tell you, I just sold an AP.
I don't mean to be crass and rude about it, but everybody's got to understand those cards were made specifically so that we could make a little bit extra money. They're supposed to be the rare one of ones. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
Those cards are the rare one of ones. Every time you see one of these cards, the reason why people lose their shit over seeing them is because they're rare.
Uh-huh.
You're not supposed to see these cards in the wild unless the artist puts them up. That AP card you got right there in front, that She-Hulk,
Yep.
the $60 you got for it.
Yep.
Why don't you do another one and throw it on eBay and see what happens?
Yeah. I mean, I
The
sold
this AP symbol here. See this AP symbol?
the
That
foil.
AP symbol does not show up on any other cards other than the ones given to the artists. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Hey, man, you tell them. Tell everybody out there.
Okay, because this is why I won't offer up these cards on here, because no one wants to pay what I want for them, and I can guarantee you, I can throw an AP card on eBay right now and get $200 for it. This symbol right here, this symbol is a rare symbol. AP cards, the one of ones are rare. They even say one of ones on the back. One of one.
Yeah.
Okay, Casey. So when you put it up for $60, you're just throwing your money at you're getting $60, and after fees you're getting 45 for a card you should be getting $200 on.
Yeah.
APs are
Yeah.
not supposed to just go for $60. I'm sorry.
Yeah. They're not supposed to, but I
Every
will tell
every
you.
card collector, listen to me, every card collector, and they're very, very serious card collectors about this out there, will lose their shit over these cards. The blanks that I have that I can't find right now at the moment, those blanks, they go for money.
Yeah. The blanks are the.
And I
Yeah.
don't mean I'm not trying to be insulting to the people on here and say, well, you don't understand but you have to understand that the value of these is to make up for the loss of income that while we're doing a card for $10, a card that we normally could get, depending on what you put on it, 35 or 30, and whatnot is all about getting the deal when nobody's paying attention.
Yep.
And I understand giving people a good deal on here, but I can't do it on an AP card. That's a rare one of one. Look at it. It's got the embossed gold shit on it. This is the Captain America 75th anniversary.
Yeah,
No
man.
other card has these except for the APs. And when you get a card that says one of one, it's a one of one. There's no other card like it.
So you're saying I should be charging $200 for each one of these?
Well, look, no offense, but you are giving your cards away. That's up to you. If you want to give your cards away, be my guest. I'm not one to stop you to do it, but I'm telling you right now, they're not meant to be given away at like $60.
Yeah.
And everyone on here that's a card collector that comes on and sees you put those cards up, you know what I'm saying? They're looking at you and they're going, he clearly doesn't know what he has,
Yeah. All I know is I've got cards that are sitting here
you have to understand, people are
that are
very
doing
smart.
nothing.
People are very smart. People here on Whatnot Smart, they know a deal when they say we all seen deals where somebody runs something at $1. That's a $500 book and it goes for $40.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then you sit there and you go, well, how the fuck did he let that happen? You know what I mean? Because nobody knows. You want to be do right, but if there's only 7 people in a room, and one of them knows the value of your cards and is getting them for $60, they're taking your card and they're throwing it on a forum or they're throwing it on eBay and they're getting $200 for it. You follow where I'm going with this?
Yeah. Some of them definitely do that. I saw somebody do that. Actually,
Yeah,
they snagged
because
one of
you're
my.
I'm sorry, you're the sucker, and they see it. Hey, KS doesn't know what he has, so why don't we just buy up everything KS has, and we'll flip it?
Yeah. Well, I sold a. What did I sell? They commissioned one off me, and it was. I think I did a commission of like $100 or $90 or something like that.
Right.
And I saw it show up on eBay just last month. They're asking for 120.
Yeah,
So,
because it's an AP fucking card.
$40 more.
It doesn't matter. The point is that here on Whatnot, after fees and everything, they're taking like almost 15%. So you're not getting $60. You're getting what, 45, maybe 50 out of it. if you're lucky. You know, that's not supposed to be these AP cards up here, the ones that you got up here.
Yep.
Those are very rare cards. And then you're throwing them in a hard case to top it off too.
Yep. Yeah, and I am
You know,
throwing
and
in
it's
those
not
magnet cases.
it's not I'm not sitting here trying to insult the audience. The audience is this is what I'm saying to you. They're very smart. They know what you're putting down and they know that it's insanely cheap. You know? And if I buy if I buy 2 of your AP cards right now, and let's say one of them I don't like, well, guess what? The one that they do sell pays for the other card, and so they got those cards for free.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Big Vern is saying, I'll never sell this one or whatever. He bought this
Everybody
one tonight.
says that. Everybody says that. But then when you get 10, 15 cards in your collection and there's one that you don't like, there used to be, okay, there's a show in Spain called Avalas Jornadas, right? And for a long time, the Spaniards, I mean, I'm talking top guys would show up. And the deal was they would do free sketches for anybody. So guys would get maybe 2 or 3 sketches and they would have originals of like guys like Walt Simonson and Perez for free, you know? And then it took one artist. It took Michael Golden one time he showed up and people were like, oh, well, you're supposed to do sketches for free because there was a European artist and a guy from France and a guy from the UK. And Michael was like, I don't do sketches for free. This is my living. You know, my sketches are worth money. I can't just do free sketches because I know what's going to happen. What's going to happen is somebody will get 2 or 3 sketches from me and they'll take one. They're going to take one and they're going to sell it. And they got them and I sat there working, you know, he'll take maybe an hour or 2 hours to do a sketch or something. You know what I mean? Even if it's a quick sketch, let's say he was able to get something done in half an hour. You know, so now he's done 8 sketches that he's worked his ass off for her, and he's got maybe a couple of beers out of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you see these guys occasionally take one of the sketches and they throw them up on eBay. You know, they throw them up for sale.
Yeah, eBay, they show up a lot like that, don't they?
They do, and so you got to start your eBay auction. So what do you learn on eBay? You learn basically you can't start it at $1.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing should be started at $1 unless you're willing to lose it.
Yeah, I don't honestly. When I do eBay, I don't even do auctions on these. I just put them out there as buy it.
Yeah,
and then
but you have to understand. This is because the audience here on Whatnot too. They're very smart. They know what they're looking at. You know, and you don't forget that half the dealers that are on here, half the sellers are also coming onto your stream, and they know what you're selling, and they know that you're. Oh my God! Did you see what KS gave away for $60? He gave away a sketch on an AP card, a black diamond card for $60. You know what I did? I bought a bunch of them and then I flipped them. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just because you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, there's no value in my cards. Of course there's value in your cards. Look at the card that you did. Look at that She-Hulk you did. That's a beautiful card.
Well, thank you. That means a lot coming from you.
That's not a $60 card though on an AP card. The AP card alone is worth $30 or more. Yeah. Alone. And that could be even the low end. I had a friend of mine who owns a shop down in New Orleans, and you know, he's telling me AP black diamond cards, forget about it. People are losing their minds over them. I said, you got to be kidding. He goes, nope. And I told him, I said, I have a whole bunch of black diamonds that I need to do sketches on, but I don't know what to put them at. He goes, well,
yeah,
you better look into what they're pricing them at because they're not going cheap. You know?
Yeah. That's cool. What is that? Who is that? Is that Marilyn Monroe?
Marilyn Monroe, Supergirl, yeah.
That's pretty cool, man. I love it.
I also did Elvis as Superman, which I got to print.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Cool. Well, hey, man, I want to thank you for joining me, dude. I've loved talking to you. I've been waiting for this moment for a while, so I appreciate you jumping on.
And Leno's on here, jealous.
He is.
I can't believe it.
It's like I don't know.
Leno does not have
who
an
should
accent.
I be jealous of?
Leno does not have an accent, but when Leno's angry, he sounds like Antonio Banderas. I am Antonio Leno. I can't believe the KS Geekman and Ronnie have betrayed me. I'm going to have to hunt them down and chapote huevos. And if you know what huevos means, then you're all in trouble.
I love it, man.
I shall
Dude.
chop off your huevitos. Oh, sliced thin. Excellent.
I just looked up your. I just Googled your picture to find out what you look like.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
I used to show myself on the stream, but I look too weird. Sometimes I look a little bit tired.
We all think we look weird.
I look like a 90-year-old man. Hey, let me tell you, boys.
What year did you graduate high school? What are you? What are you?
Should I reveal that information on here? That might be deadly information.
Oh, well, I'll tell you mine. 1992. I'm a Gen Xer.
92.
Gen Xer.
I was already in the business 6 years in 92.
Yeah, well,
I was working at Valiant back then.
Okay.
I was inking 2 different books and penciling and inking stuff.
But you started when you were what, 17, 16?
Like 19.
19? I mean, that was what, 1988, 89?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
So, yeah, so you probably graduated like 89, 88. 88, maybe 87.
Too late.
Too late?
Yep.
So what, 90?
That's too early. No.
Okay.
That's too late. That's too late too.
So you were 19 in what, 89 or 88? So that means you would have graduated probably 87, 86?
You're getting warmer.
85?
You're getting warmer.
Shut up. You know that here. Why don't I just Google your age?
Because it's wrong. I deliberately put it out there for it to be wrong. You don't want your age to be out there. KS, you got to learn to protect your personal information.
You were born in 1966.
Apparently.
Yeah.
But is it the right information? Do you understand? Do you understand the point of putting out the wrong information?
Sure. Well, you're a good-looking young dude. They got this website right here, comics.org. Rodney Ramos. Ramos. That's a pretty sexy picture, man. I don't know if you've seen that of you.
Is that the one with the long hair?
No, it's a black and white image.
Show it? No, you can't show it on there.
Yeah, here, hold on. Let me look it up on my iPad here. I think I can find it. Hold on.
Is Leno still here? I know that Lucky's still here. Lucky's having a great time.
He is.
Lucky. I know you're laughing your ass off right now. Leno too.
Those guys are funny.
Leno, we were talking about Dark Leno. I was saying that whenever you get angry, you start talking like Antonio Banderas. I am Antonio Leno.
Antonio Banderas.
No, fuck
here it is, right here. This is the one I'm talking about, Ron.
Oh, dude, I was a baby back then. Holy shit. That was when I went on the 93 Image tour.
Okay.
You know,
Were you working for Image?
They had the Image Valiant crossover.
Oh,
and they had a tour bus. We did a tour bus thing where we tour bussed different comic shops.
Oh. That's when you guys were all rock stars, man.
We were rock stars. It was a crazy, wild time, dude. We were. The funny thing about that bus ride is some fucking guy managed to lie his way onto this bus. So this guy, we thought he was a reporter or something. And so he's on the bus and he's like almost like an idiot. We were like, who the fuck is this guy? Oh, my blah, 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 blah. And we were like, okay. Nobody knew to verify it. Nobody checked on the guy. So we're driving. This is an East Coast thing, going store to store, right? So we're driving through Jersey and we made a stop at a truck stop. Right. So we all got off the truck and we got our stuff and we all piled back on the bus. And we told the bus driver, all right, let's go. Everybody's on. And so we leave. We leave only to find out we left the guy at the fucking truck stop. We left the fucking guy at the truck stop. And then somebody goes, does anybody know who the fuck that guy is? Wait a minute. That guy wasn't even supposed to be on the bus. It was the most
Yeah.
hilarious thing. He got what he deserved because he wasn't supposed to be in the bus at the beginning. He wasn't who he said he was. And he
Yeah.
was in super geek land. My God, the guy was losing his mind. You know? All
Yeah,
right.
you have some
Gaming geek
history,
is
buddy.
something.
You have some history. I love it.
Yeah,
Thanks for
so
jumping on with me, man. Do you have a stream you're going to do tonight still to sell stuff?
what time is it?
It's like, well, it's 11 o'clock where I am. So it's
Yeah,
like
I mean,
10 to
I
11.
might drop on about midnight or something for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I would suggest, I mean, you have a lot of knowledge and wisdom, but I feel like there are people that might jump on your sketch cards, even not at, I even if they're buy it now.
Yeah, because
You
I
know what I
tell
mean?
people all the time my sketch cards are not done on shitty, flimsy cards.
Yeah.
These are my sketch cards. Look.
Oh yeah, that's nice. You got the thick ones.
They're kung
Yeah,
fu
those are
cards.
great.
You can
Where'd
cut
you get
blood.
those?
You buy them at Denny's art store.
Oh, okay.
It's illustration board.
Oh, smart.
They make sketch cards this size. So I'm trying to get people to move away from that shit that they offer up. They're a little bit more expensive, maybe like 75 cents,
Yeah.
and you get a few cards less.
Yeah, but that's
But here,
worth it.
look, I'll make a comparison for you. Here's the
Yeah,
shit.
that's it.
Here's the shit everyone else uses.
Yeah.
All right, look at this. Here's my card. Bitch, get out of the way. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to be such flimsy paper. Shut the fuck up and take it. Oh yeah, hold them down. Hold them down. I'm gonna hold them down for you to take that, you bitch. You're so thin. You're so useless.
Okay.
Oh, stop it. Wait a minute. I'm beginning to like it. Keep going. I feel like I'm gonna light on fire.
So you're gonna sketch those tonight?
Yeah, I can sketch these tonight.
Do it. Do it.
Do
Guys,
it till
go join him at
satisfied,
midnight.
whatever it is. Do it.
Join Rodney at midnight.
Come on and do it.
Thanks for jumping on, man. I really appreciate you hanging out with me.
Visits me. He visits everybody else.
Who does?
Sir Swole only comes on when it's everyone else but me. I wonder. He likes Joffrey. I see him on Joffrey all the time. Sir Swole, what's that about, man? Tell me. Tell me your deep, dark secrets. I'll be your therapist right now. Sir Swole, what is it that you don't visit Rodney anymore? Tell me, is there some dark thing going on that you won't visit me?
What? Oh. I just hit the... I actually accidentally kicked Rodney. Rodney, if you're still there, I'm sorry, man. I hit the wrong button. I was trying to well, sorry, man. Hold on, I'll put you back up. Sorry. I'll let you finish. I'm getting ready to go to bed though. I was looking at trying to figure out what these buttons are on the right on my screen. Hold on. Invite to co-host.
I'm sorry, Sir Swole. I knew you had the power to kick me off KS's stream. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to talk bad about you, Sir Swole. I know that you're friends with the mafia.
That's the power.
Tony. Hey,
the
Tony,
power
did you
of
hear
Swole.
that? Hey, Tony, Sir Swole kicked right off KS's stream. That fucking guy gotta learn the truth. Don't fucking talk shit about Sir Swole or you're gonna get cut off.
That's awesome, man. Hey, thanks again for joining me, brother. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun hearing your story. You got a lot of cool stories.
Always fun to entertain or listen to the old man. It's just me, Yoda Rod.
You're the Yoda of the wet artists.
It's me, Yoda Rod. Oh yes, let me tell you stories about back in the Marvel days.
Yeah, the good days, man.
Very wild times indeed.
I see you, Lucky. Yeah, I'll get your brother on here to show me his Balin before I head out. We'll do it.
Yeah, don't bail on him.
Yeah. And hey, you might look in the chat, Rodney, because somebody's asking you a question. They're saying, just trying to find out if the thicker card is more money before I
Well,
buy a
do the
sketch?
sticker card in color, 35. But you know it's going to be worth it because I'm doing it. You know, I'm doing a gouache on it, which is a thicker version of watercolor.
Oh, sorry. He says his volume is busted on the phone.
It's
So
volume. Here,
yeah,
let me
so you
talk
can't hear what
louder
he's
for
saying.
you.
So your thicker Rodney's. I'm going to tell him to go talk to you on your DM. How about that?
Yeah, I want to show you something. Mine's is thicker.
That's what she said.
It goes deep, boys. It goes very, very deep.
Uh,
Again, the volume on iPhone is busted. Oh, this is heartbreaking.
directly
It's
about
like being
the,
it's like being deaf on whatnot.
yeah. I'm trying to respond to him.
Yeah, I mean, just you know,
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he could. I think my listings are still live, so you can actually see that option in the marketplace. So if you go onto my page and you go into marketplace, it's there.
Okay. Sweet. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you being on here. It was fun to have you
You're
finally
welcome, and
connect with.
stop giving your APs away.
I will stop. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. See you,
All
my
right,
friend. Have a great
see ya.
night. Bye. All right. So I'm trying to find. Let's see. I might have to. Where's Lino? I'm trying to get Lino on here. There we go. Invite to co-host. It's not letting me invite him. I don't know what happened. Let me try you, Lucky. Let's see if I can get you on here. Invite to co-host.
Am I
Luke, are you
on?
on here?
I don't
Who's on?
see. Let's see. I can't swap my camera.
Somebody. Who is this?
There we go. Hey,
Luke! You sound just like
do
your
I?
brother.
I don't look like him.
I know you guys don't.
Well,
I can see similarities.
hey, it,
Hey, let me. I need to answer. Let me answer something to a couple of people. I had a couple people in my comments. Somebody. Oh, I can't scroll up.
no, there is a guy.
Somebody asked me. Somebody asked me if I have Rodney on all the time because they said they're going to gouge their eyes out or something. I was just going to answer them and say, no, that was actually the very first time I've ever had Rodney on. And Rodney is he's a professional artist. So, I mean, he's spitting out some wisdom, but let me just tell you, for me, I am not the caliber of experience that he is as an artist. So I think I'm getting direct messages from people that are like, hey, I'm really sorry if I'm not paying enough for your art. I want to tell
right.
you guys and make sure you understand. Like in my opinion, like even if Rodney's listening, my opinion, his art is worth whatever he can get. And my thing is, I'm a capitalist. I believe in capitalism, so I believe that if your art is your stuff and your art is worth whatever someone is willing to spend on it, right? I
Yeah,
have no
yeah.
problem. Like the fact that this sketch card Big Vern went tonight for $45. I put it out there for that purpose because it's just a card that's just sitting in my stock for 3 years, and I'd rather have $45 than an empty card
Well,
sitting in my thing.
that's the
Now,
thing too.
Rodney,
Leno and I, we've talked about things because Leno's the artist.
uh-huh,
I'm a photographer, so even with me, sometimes people contact me to shoot portraits, and I give them my price, and they say, "Oh, it's a little too out of my range," and I tell them, "Well, you tell me what you can do," and
yeah,
because I don't always have to make 100% what I want, because
right,
I have a day job that pays
yeah,
me pretty well. Um, so like with your art, the fact that you run the APs at $40 or $60, dude, that's great. That's great for the art community, the ones that want your art. And sure, your price is what people want to pay for them, but at the same time, people that really like your art are the ones that own your art. So
Yeah,
it's good.
for sure. So I just want to make sure, like, Big Vern, brother, I have no problem with that. And you know me, like, I'm giving this to you because I appreciate you. So I'm,
Yeah.
and I think, Luke, you mentioned in my comments, that I'm not a full-time artist. This isn't my full-time gig. I just do this for the pleasure. Unfortunately, for people who this is their thing, it can be difficult because people like myself that do sell things for super cheap can inadvertently, I think that the view is that it can inadvertently hurt artists who are trying to make it as their
Right.
living. You know what I mean? Like, that's their bread and butter. Because if I'm not selling things at the higher price, then they're not going to get to. My thing is like, well, if my stuff's not selling for the same price as yours, like, I'm not a professional comic book artist that is, has done the work that like a Rodney has, and his stuff is amazing. Obviously, he's got
Yeah.
a great talent and great history, and I don't have that benefit, but he
Yeah.
he said some things that definitely are for me. It's like, yeah, sometimes I need to be a little better. He's complimenting my work too by saying it's worth more than what I
Right.
asked for. So, and I appreciate that, but I just want to make sure you guys know, as my friends and my people that are on here, I have no problem
Yeah.
with what I'm
And
selling
and
and what I'm doing on
and
here with
I
you
think
guys.
that's what a lot of us on the chat were saying was, don't worry about the prices he wants to sell them. Sell them at what you want to sell them at,
Yeah,
because it's your work, and not that you're undervaluing your artwork. You're just saying, hey, I did this, I love it, and I want somebody to own it.
yeah,
um, it's no different than us playing gigs. It's no different than us doing portraits, or even Lino doing his art. He did a really nice Batman and Bale and Skull today, and they didn't sell, but when they do, it's the price that people pay for it will be the right price.
yeah, totally. Yeah, man, that was
I
cool
think
though.
so.
I've never talked to him before, so that was like my first time I've had him on here. So
Yeah,
that
Rodney.
guy's
We
Rodney
love
is a
Rodney.
ball of energy too. My
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah, he is. He is. But
But anyway,
we were trying to get you on Lino's stream earlier today because he was working on that Ahsoka character, and it came
the
out
Balin.
really good. Yeah, the one I tagged you
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Um, but then he also did a Batman that came out really nice. He's been doing more watercolor. I feel like I'm selling his
No.
art now. But
Well, he was actually on earlier tonight, towards the beginning of my stream. He jumped on for
oh,
like 5 minutes,
oh, nice.
and he showed me the Balin. And it was funny because I brought it up. I said, "Man, dude, I don't know if you know, but your brother is like getting really good at art." And he's like, "Luke?" I'm like, "Yeah." He sent me this image of Balin on Instagram, and I was blown away at how good that was. I was like, "He's getting better every time I see his stuff." And he's like, "That was mine." I was like, "Oh." I totally misunderstood what you were sending me.
Yeah. No, I wish I could. I can't draw 1% of what he does. It's ridiculous, but
Yeah.
we all have our talents.
I see there's some comments here. I need to look at this stuff. Okay, so Canadian Geek. Oh, his thing is broken. I need to.
Yeah.
His button's
Oh,
broken. At
I can.
Canadian. Let me respond to him. Poor guy. His phone is not Canadian Geek. The thick cardstock that you saw earlier was Rodney's. I hope that helps him.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Um,
messaged him a few times. He was asking about the prices for your um if the $30 was full color or just grayscale.
yeah, no, it's full color. I mean, I'm doing full color for 30 right now. I was trying to do some cheap stuff, just to try to move some stuff, but
And then
I
there's
mean, I used to do that stuff for a lot more. Like, whatnot to me is different. I don't know. I find it more enjoyable to sell cheaper on here than I do like on my other stores or when I take other commissions in other places. But
yeah.
anyway,
Right. And there's also Joe, who says, I'm new here. Ick brought me here. I'm on a college ramen diet, but he definitely wants to pick something up from you.
Oh man, I can appreciate that. The
Yeah.
college ramen diet.
See, and like that's the thing. Like as a photographer, if someone told me I can only afford this much, I'd say, all right, well, let's make it worth it for you.
Yeah, let me
That's
see.
just the way we are, though.
Let
KS
me tell you, I also appreciate you. I'm scrolling through and I see you were trying to help people answering questions and stuff and encouraging.
and
For some reason I can only scroll up so far.
yeah, there's a limit now that started. Ick's asking if you're doing commissions on the stream. Yeah, KS does the commissions. Everything on top was commission based, not commission, but just basically auctioned. But you can buy your commissions. I know Bert has a few commissions from KS.
Yeah. Yeah. So usually the way I do commission stuff, somebody just said I'll take Dark Claw, please, my man. Does that mean I sold something to him?
Yeah,
Canadian Geek.
he bought a card.
Okay, cool. I see that. I need to respond to him. Canadian Geek.
I can do sign language.
Got
I don't
you.
know. I don't know
He
sign
may not
language.
know it.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta write that down. I don't know who that is. Dark Claw. Dark Claw. Sir Swole says I should draw you.
Yeah, I'm easy to draw. A circle with a big beard.
Okay, Dark Claw.
There you go, Joe.
Let's see. Joe, not everything needs to be for profit. It's all about being a people pleaser and making people's day. At least that's how I live my life.
No, I can't. Sorry, Rudy. Rudy, I just got done at Skillets. Hey, look, there's Lino. Now you can kick me off and get Lino on.
Is he back? Okay, you want a love line? All right.
Yeah.
It was fun to have
See
you
you
on.
guys.
That's the first
Yeah,
time you've been on. I'm having
yeah.
firsts all over tonight.
So next time I see a show from you, I'll head to the studio. That way you can see the way I do my work.
I would love that. I think the people would love to see how you do your stuff, dude. It'd be awesome.
Cool. Sounds
all right.
good.
Thanks
Kick
for
me
jumping
off.
on, man. I accidentally kicked off I swear I wasn't doing that on purpose. I had a feeling based on the comments I was getting, people thought I did that on purpose, but I was trying to prepare.
I thought it was Swole that kicked them off.
Oh, maybe it was. No, I hit a button and I was like, what does this button do? And I'm like, oh, that kicks them off. All right, then.
Yeah, kick me off. I don't know how, but you can do it.
I'll see what I can. I'll see if it's the same button. If you go, farewell, my friend. I'll see you on the inside
right.
tomorrow.
See ya.
Later, buddy. Okay, so I'm going to see if Lino wants to jump on here. Lino, are you still there, buddy? Where are you, Lino? Lino! Can you comment? Ah, there you are. Here we go. Invite co-host. Confirm. Garfield Spider-Man. Yes. Go FSH. What's up, buddy?
Hey there.
How's Pizza Hut, man?
It was. I feel disgusting.
That sounds like you went to Pizza
Yeah, I
Hut.
feel disgusting. I've met the quota for I guess for the rest of the year.
You're done.
Yeah, I'm like, no wonder
Done.
my daughter and all of them don't like going there. But
Yeah,
I was happy.
It's always makes you happy going down.
Yeah, but I was happy while I was there. Then I left and I was like, wait a
Yeah.
minute, why am I not happy anymore?
Yeah, because it's going to be oozing out your pores tonight.
Mm-hmm. I'm working on this thing. I can't really. Hold on. I was watching it.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. I'm not supposed to.
You better, dude. You're showing that. You better.
Yeah, that was an accident.
If you guys, oh, that just went all over my YouTube because I'm simulcasting on YouTube.
Are you really?
Yes.
Oops. Well,
I just set it up to where all my streams just go over to my YouTube channel too.
Granted, look, it doesn't matter, but look at the date that's on there. What the heck?
Yeah.
How did they send those to me so late?
I don't know. I told you I still have a box. I should do them, and I really haven't had any motivation to, and they're not asking for them.
Yeah, same with me. They asked me for them, and I'm like, oh, I need to finish them. But what's hard about these is Rodney was talking about it earlier about how the cards are very thick, right? The ones that he has are thick. And the ones that they sent me for this set are super thin. And so I tried to do some of that watercolor work on them, and that was not a good idea. It just was not. Like, I'm not showing the card, but you see how it's warped?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's like the normal card.
That kind of made that. Anyway.
Joe FSH says, so I noticed you auction off an AP Cyclops earlier. How much is it to get a custom one of one on an AP card? Got to check the Ramen College Fund. Well, for me, this She-Hulk is I have to check. This one was 85. So when they commission, this is what I'm charging right now for one that's like this, like a bust shot like that. It's $85. Anything else that you want to designed on that, we talk. This one I just auctioned it off super low, and it went for super low. So
which one?
The Cyclops.
What? How much?
Yeah, I put it up for $45 and it went for 45.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's a good steal for somebody, I guess.
Yeah, it was for Big Vern. If it was, cool.
Yeah.
I've had this card for so long. Rodney was kind of Rodney. I don't know if you heard Rodney on here at all.
I heard some of it. Yeah, I was working on some stuff and trying to listen to some of it.
Yeah, he was. I think he was getting on my case about how cheap I'm selling my APs for.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something here, but I don't want to make it sound rude to the people who buy up on our streams, right? But there's there's a lot of okay artists that are on now. And when I'm saying okay because they're talented, but there's some that are like a higher level of talent, and like I include you in that level.
Thanks, man.
Jeffrey's in that level,
Yeah.
And Buzz is at that level. Rodney's at that level. And what I mean by that is that sometimes you guys produce some pieces that you're like, what? Those are amazing pieces. And sometimes they go for way too little and so that's good for the buyer. I mean, it totally is cool for the buyer, but I feel sometimes it hurts the market because then nobody wants to pay anything for these things,
Yep.
And so it happens, and it's kind of like we're like what is it? We're a ton of fish in this pond now,
Yes, we are. And the pond's getting a lot more fish.
A lot more fish, and different flavors of fish and different, you know what I mean? It's like, which is awesome. But
sounds good, Joe.
What's that, Joe? I'll message you.
Somebody, yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool, man. Yeah. Go fish. Oh,
I've got one last Marvel masterpiece from 2018 left. So after this,
so you can sell that for $1 million, and that's gonna put you in retirement.
And unfortunately, the guy Joe is he's a college kid living off a ramen noodle budget. So
I got you.
But we'll talk, buddy. I will talk to you.
That She-Hulk really is fire. It really is. And
thanks, Swole.
Hey, so Swole, while you're there, and KS, so there's a seller on here, whose mom recently passed away, of cancer. Yeah, lost her battle to cancer, and so some sellers commissioned me to do a piece in her memory. And so I'm working on that right now. This is his mom. I don't want to show too much because a lot of people haven't seen it. And so this is what I'm working on for her. You see that?
That's so awesome, dude.
Yeah, man. So they want
Wow.
to put it on, and I'm gonna get it graded, do the whole thing.
Oh,
Get it.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and so it's thanks, Joe and Landry. So that's why I had sometimes when I don't stream, like I have time, I'm sitting here at home and I'm like, oh, I could be streaming, but I have
Yeah.
all of these commissions that I need to
Rudy.
finish up. Sometimes I do good work. Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
I do.
Rudy. I love you, Rudy.
I tell you, man, it's like every time I get lifted this much, I get brought back down to earth by Rudy. Yeah, that George Clooney. That's what they were saying. That it looked like the Balin skull looks like an old, swollen George Clooney. I'm like,
I think
kind
it
of
looks like your brother. Could look like your brother with a trimmed up beard.
right, Lucas Skull.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Joe,
So
I
what?
see that. Joe says I'll offer you a string, some money scraps, and an empty ramen bowl just for you, KS.
So let me see. I'm going to your sold. You sold the commission color,
Yeah.
commissions, the Cyclops, nice.
Yeah.
Another 4x6 commission. Another dude. Have you done any of these pieces?
No, I mean just the Cyclops. I'm gonna have to work on these over the next couple days.
That's what
So,
I
which I'm
love
excited
it.
about. I
Yeah,
mean, the cool thing is when you sell them for as cheap as I'm selling them, you're gonna get a sketch. You ain't getting a masterpiece.
yeah. You're gonna get good piece though,
Yeah,
for real. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you're gonna get stuff like this, which it's pretty
is
cool.
is
But
very cool. What are you talking about?
well, it's not like I don't put background on it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, I don't spend a lot of time. It's not an action pose. Like for me, if I was to do like what you do a lot of, like your action
Hmm.
pose stuff, I'd be
Uh-huh.
charging a lot more for that, for full
You
body
know,
stuff, and
that's actually a really, really good point
I
that
just
you're
don't have
making.
time for that.
Well, who does? I don't have time for it. I half of the time, you know what's hard is coming up with the a complementary concept to something you've already done. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like I feel like I don't want to bore people with. I had this thing where all my characters face the same way, or I feel that they do,
Uh,
and I've been working on that, and it's kind of weird. Look, I'll show
yeah.
you. Look,
Sir Swall asked, "Is that She-Hulk looks a little different style than you have done? Am I wrong?"
I
I was.
agree.
It's funny as I was sketching this, I was like, I used a reference of they were specific on the version of She-Hulk they wanted, and because I just don't know She-Hulk, and I can't remember what it is they said. What version it is, but I mean, it's just an image that I saw online,
Very
and
cool.
I mean, I think the line. I think yes, I did some different stuff with the line work, and for whatever reason, as I was drawing this while Rodney was talking, I was actually sitting here in my mind going, "Man, this is turning out really good." I don't know what the heck. I was actually surprised. I was like, "This is turning out better than I expected it to."
You're pretty
So I don't know.
proud of you.
Sometimes it happens. It was weird. So
You know what's funny is I was gonna give you an example of what I'm talking about. How all my characters face the same way, and now I can't find any of my drawings that face that way. Like kind of like him. Like you see how he's facing this way. I don't
yeah,
know my left or my right. This way,
yeah,
that way, whatever that is.
right.
Um, most of my characters or their bodies face that way. You see how his body is facing.
Uh huh.
Um,
Gosh, I love that Daredevil dude. Oh my goodness.
I had somebody tell me, "Hey, if they're still there on Friday, I'm picking them up." I'm like, "Okay." You and like two other people have told me that, but well,
Yeah,
this one, I like this one.
yeah, that one's great too. I love them both. They would look so good on my wall, my nerd wall.
On your nerd wall, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see. Where's the other one that I have? And then I was gonna do a Daredevil blank. I picked up a couple of Daredevil blanks from. There was this dude. It's not a dude. It was a comic shop that was streaming, and I picked up a couple of these. Look at these. Hold
Oh
up.
yeah. What's show the upper left corner? Is it the
It's the newest one. I
okay,
think.
cool. Okay. Nice. They want you to show your Batman painting.
Oh, the Batman.
Watercolor. Uh-huh.
Here it is. Has cat hair on it already. There it is. This one.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice. I
Like
like
I told you, man, I've been working a lot with that watercolor and playing around
Yeah.
with it. I
Looks
did this
great.
Day of the Dead,
Yeah.
Harley Quinn,
Yeah. That's
did
cool.
old school Wolverine. So it's funny.
Nice.
Um, my favorite Spider-Man is the black suit Spider-Man. I love.
Yeah. Love that.
And then I showed you these earlier.
Yep, those are great.
Yeah, mine. They are. That's right.
Yeah. You need to run those over on a stream, dude.
They're gone. They're already
Oh,
sold.
they're already gone, huh?
Yeah. Yep. That's a good thing. Oh, and then so instant payment is finally working, and now it's even more pressure because you
Oh,
get
good for
payment.
you.
And oh my god, I need to get this out. You know. No, not Batman. Oh, the Skull Batman is sold. Dorvac picked that up, and then I picked up these blanks, which are my faves. Look at these.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
I love this.
That's a classic Captain America logo right there.
No, for real. Yeah.
Old school.
Anyway,
She-Hulk is a commission. Yes, it did sell. This is it was a
Swole,
commission request.
Swole
So
has his eye on that one, man.
yeah,
Swole
it's
knows what he wants.
it's gone.
You know what Swole really wants. I'll show you what he really, really wants.
Show him
See
what he wants, what he really, really wants.
what that dude in the back right there.
Oh, is that a Transformer?
Yes.
I don't know
That's
my Transformers very well. Which one is that? Is that Optimus Prime?
yeah. That's Optimus Prime. It's Soundwave. Yeah, the one with
Oh,
the
is it? Oh, I don't know. That's so bad.
dude for real. I thought you were being
No, I wasn't being facetious. I literally like Transformers was not my thing.
Transformers was totally my thing because I used to get home from school and I
Yeah.
would play Kiwi football with the Lamar ponies, and
Bollywood's
and I lived across. I grew up across the street from my elementary school, so like I'd go home for lunch, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
uh
Like
Yes.
like I went home for lunch and I got to see live on TV the space shuttle explode, and then
Oh
I went.
yeah, I was
I,
at home sick when that happened.
were you really? How weird.
I was on a sick day at home from school. I watched it blow up live myself. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and I went back to school and I told I remember I ran into the principal and I said, um, you know the space shuttle blew up, and they were like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Yeah, it blew
Wow.
up." They didn't believe me. The Stiller,
Wow.
the devil.
That's crazy.
Hold on, I want to. Oh,
I'm
that's
about
fun.
ready to gouge my ears out. I think somebody said that when Rodney
Oh,
was on with me.
you know what? The thing about Rodney is Rodney. Rodney. You know, you go into the vortex and you have fun in there, but
Yeah.
he really, and I spent some time with him personally, one on one with him. Well, my wife and I, we went and had spent some time with him in New York, and he's such a great person, man. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And
Yeah.
the thing about Rodney is Rodney and I, we talk a lot on the phone, and it's so hard because he is literally like, you have a day job and you wake up in the morning, you go do the thing you need to do, and then you come home and draw to relax.
Yeah.
I have a day job. I go do my thing. I come home and I draw to relax. And we're lucky enough that we have people that enjoy the stuff that we do, and, enjoy the hanging out with us and stuff like that.
Right.
Rodney, on the other hand, is doing this to make a living. Like, literally, he is an artist. Like,
Yep.
this is what he does. So the pressures are different for him.
Yeah.
And also, like, whenever there's people in front of them, and you have to think about this, like if you've ever done a convention, um, and you have people come up to your table, the hardest thing is to try and figure out, how do I interact with these folks and make them feel comfortable, and how do I get them to really take a look at my stuff and find out whether or not they really want to buy something or not. It's so
Yeah.
hard, like the hardest thing. And so I think that Rodney is the same way. When he streams, he performs. He's literally, he's trying to
Mm.
It's like it's. But anyway, but
Yeah,
he's been a great friend. He's been awesome. I've really liked my time with him. But
yeah. Well, that was my first time experience with him, and I had him talk through his story, and he told some great stories
I
of
heard
being.
I
Yeah,
was
that
walking
was
out
fun.
listening to you guys.
Yeah, and then he started talking about things, um, getting onto the whatnot buyers and stuff. I was like, hey, he's spitting some Rodney facts for him,
Yeah,
and when your brother came on, I was talking about it. I was kind of saying the same thing. I was like, I don't like like the way I price things and what I do. I just do this for enjoyment,
right.
and it's nice. That's my main goal. It always has been, but for now, it really helps me to pay for things. I got a kid in college, and it helps pay
Good.
for stuff like
Yeah,
that. And
of course.
and then Bert says it was bad, Leno.
It was
anyways,
bad.
anyways, I did have I know I had like one person one I think one person felt bad when they bought one of my cards. They sent me a private note and was like, "Hey, I'm sorry if I'm not spending if I didn't spend enough on your artwork. I can send you more money." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that is the exact opposite of what I want."
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I
Like,
agree. I mean, I understand.
yeah,
I don't
I was like,
disagree.
so
Yeah,
I just was like, "Hey, listen, I'm here. The prices I have, things are worth what people are willing to buy them for. So I'm, if my stuff doesn't sell for at a certain price, okay, then I just need to adjust my pricing so I can move some product."
yeah,
So
and I mean, I agree with that. I mean, I used to do. I don't remember. I don't know if you remember, but I used to do these dollar blanks on Tuesdays. I would do a blank and
yeah,
run it $1, and sometimes it'd go well, and sometimes it'd go for $15, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I just spent the last hour and a half working on something for $15, right?" And
yeah,
it's fine. Again, like that the $15, $100, whatever I make on it, it's gonna go and it's gonna sit there until I need it. It's not like I need it to go put gas in my car, pay my electrical bill or something like that, right? But
yeah,
but I don't know. It's kind of like I think the frustrating part that some of these folks have is that they see other people jump on and they're making a killing, or they're getting opportunities, and they're not even really doing half of the stuff or putting as much blood, sweat, and tears as other people are doing it. I
yeah.
don't fall in that category. I don't think you fall in that category because, like I'm saying, none of us are trying to pay our light bill with it.
No,
So
right.
and so it's kind of hard, man.
It's
I mean,
just it's different
right?
mindset, but I enjoyed talking to him for sure. I mean,
No,
yeah,
he really is a very underrated person, man. I mean,
yeah,
I again, like I'm saying, I've been talking to the guy for years, and I love the knowledge that he gives, and he's also been very encouraging and
yeah.
helpful on some of the parts where where I'm trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah. Oh well, the thing I told him, I said, I think I'm one of the walkaways or takeaways I'm walking away with in this conversation is that you, Rodney, think that my art is worth more than what I think it is, and I think that's wonderful. Thanks for the compliment.
Oh, dude,
So
we all think that. We all think
yeah,
that. But
for
nobody
sure.
wants to say when there's 16 people in the room then and they might buy something. We don't want to tell you that.
Yeah, right.
We would tell you that in person.
Thanks, Bert. Bert's the man. But I always just appreciate when any of you guys are picking up any art from me. So I appreciate it very much. You guys are amazing. It looks like I got some work to do this week, so
But
I will be working on this stuff. So in the
hey,
uh,
one quick question
yeah,
on a separate topic. Um this dude right here, right?
yeah, Ray
That,
Stevenson,
that's the what do you call it that I use?
Balin.
The Yeah, that's the reference that I use for this one.
Oh yeah, that's a great. It's a great
Um
image.
Thanks, man. Um I was gonna ask you. So, who would replace him? Who would
Oh, I
be?
don't know.
I
You
mean,
know, I
some.
put. Did you see that image I put in my my
Was it was
Instagram
it
nerd herd?
was it with what's his name? Ray Donovan. What's his name? Uh,
Yeah, the dude Lizzo. Your brother said Lizzo.
Lizzo. He says
Uh,
Lizzo.
I think your brother should replace him. Um,
Yeah.
the guy that played Sabretooth in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Wolverine movies,
He,
whatever his
he,
name was.
yeah. Oh my God. He plays Ray Donovan. His name is, and he's a narrator for all the NFL films. I don't know if you know that, but
Oh, Leave Shiver. Leave
yes,
Shiver.
Liev Schreiber. Right.
Yeah.
He is fantastic in Ray Donovan. I
Huh.
mean, he is so ridiculously good and imposing, and I think he would pull this character off. Like, I mean, he would pull it off.
Yeah.
He has the I think he has the pedigree to pull it off. Like the he would put the right depth into it.
Yeah.
No, oh no, no, no. Maybe a young Russell Crowe, but
I did see Russell Crowe floating around today. Somebody suggested that somewhere.
I think the thing about it is that this Ray Stevenson, I think people forget how big the guy is.
Yeah.
Because have you noticed? Have you seen the behind the scene photos of all the girls from Ahsoka, where it's
Yeah.
like Rosario Dawson and all of them, and the girl that
Yeah.
plays Shin is like the tallest one out of all of them,
He's huge.
and she's the tall. I mean, what's her name? I don't know that girl's actress. The actress name. What's her name? She plays
Uh,
Shin, and yeah, but she's the tallest one out of all of the girls, and I'm like,
yeah.
you look like a dwarf next to
Yeah.
Ray Stevenson. Like,
Yeah. He's
how big
huge.
is that dude? Yeah,
Did you
exactly.
did you remember he was in the Thor movies too?
I do. Yeah,
Yeah. He
yeah.
was great.
I can't. There was a movie before The Punisher that I remember him in, and then after The Punisher, I was like, I like Punisher is like one of my favorite characters, and I couldn't really get into him being the Punisher because it was too over the top. The
Oh
violence.
yeah. The Warzone, Punisher Warzone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was way over the top. I'm looking for that photo that I was talking about. Um,
Lundberg
Rosario.
Graphics is here. Hi.
Was that Lundberg? Oh, Lundberg.
Lundberg. Yeah.
Let me see.
Lundy.
London, London.
Man, this might be the longest stream I've ever done.
For real. That's what I
I'm
was
not
thinking.
kidding. I've been on since 8:30. So
That's
what is that? 3 hours? Eight? I don't know. What's math? Math.
yeah.
8:30,
3.
9:30, 10:30. Yeah, 3 hours. It's pretty good for me. I've never done a 3 hour stream. Rookie numbers. Oh, I know. Trust me. But
Ricky
you got to
number.
understand, I'm an old man.
Yeah. We's be
Uh,
old. We are old folks. Dude, I'm looking for this. I can't find it. Oh well. Yeah, Lundberg is a great artist. He has a really cool style. There's some artists on here that you can see their artwork and you can be like, oh yeah, I know who drew that. And Lundberg
yeah,
has a style that,
he's like that.
yeah, for real. Yeah.
Um, I
Oh,
was gonna say, I found something the other day. It made me laugh. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Oh yeah, I found. So I started down the whole sketch card journey back in 2015. So what is that now? 8 years
8.
ago.
Uh-huh.
I found a stack of my very first cards that I was
Oh,
just come home from work and I would just draw, and they are so bad.
what?
Oh, I mean, yeah, when you're starting to do stuff and you're just like, oh my gosh, these are terrible.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna show them.
That's him.
See, here's one I
Let's
found.
critique
It's
him.
Obi-Wan.
What the heck is that? I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding, dude.
exactly. Obi-Wan. This one's okay. Remember that
Right.
guy?
One of the guards, right?
Yeah. Look at this clone trooper I did.
Very cool. Dude, what are you talking about?
It's so funny. Like they just are so, yeah, you can see my journey. Like here's a Daredevil,
That's cool.
old Spidey,
My fave.
old Doctor Who.
No idea who is.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my wife was watching Doctor Who at the time. There's a Daredevil on a brown sketch card.
Nice.
And man,
I kind of want to get into those like gray sketch cards or brown.
uh-huh.
I kind of like using the effect that it does when you use a white color pencil on it.
Yeah. Yep.
Those are cool, man. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean,
They're just,
obviously you're Gordo. You're way more advanced now compared to where you were then.
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't like you were bad.
right. I mean, I was on a journey. Look at that sand trooper.
Oh, cool. Now, if you told me you took like 3 hours on that, then I'd be like, "Ooh, dude, yeah." But I don't think that's what was going on, right?
I spent 3 hours on that sound trooper. 3 hours.
I'd be like,
Yeah.
no, I'm kidding.
Yeah, it's I'm just thumbing through a bunch of these. It's just funny. Oh, this one was not. This was my Apocalypse. I was really proud of that one at the time.
Yeah. That's that look.
Yeah.
I remember having a hard time drawing Apocalypse, and I asked
This old clone.
I
That's
asked
kind of style.
I asked what's his name? The artist on here. Oh my god, Buzz. I was like, "Hey Buzz, have you ever drawn Apocalypse?" He's like, "Yeah, man. All you have to do is draw a big old ape with a big mouth." I'm like, "Oh my god, you're right. You're right.
Funny.
That's all it is."
I guess you could reference things like that. Yeah.
Look,
Okay, Sealy, can you draw a horse just really quick? I have no idea. Let's see. I don't really draw horses.
I've never drawn.
Let me see if I can draw one. Let's do here, let me pull something out here. Let's do.
Okay, well, let's both draw a horse.
Okay, horse drawing. I don't know what size this paper is, but whatever it is.
This is like 2 by 3, 2 by 2.5 or something.
Let me find. Where's my blue pencil? Blue pencil. Let me sharpen a blue pencil here. We're gonna start fresh.
All right,
and this has got to be my last thing. I got to go to bed. I got a meeting in the morning at work. I'm such a dummy.
Draw fives. Who have a contest? You know what I like? I like watching David Finch when they're doing drawings. Like they're both drawing the same. Like, oh, today we're gonna be drawing Batman. Today we're gonna be drawing Daredevil. Today we're gonna be.
Oh yeah.
And it's like 2 or 3 artists, and they're all drawing them.
I have seen that. I think I have seen that. That was a while ago when I'd see it.
Hey, Rodney, what's that? Rodney, we're gonna try and draw a horse.
Oh, Rodney's here. We're trying to draw a horse. Rodney, draw a horse.
Oh, I'm cheating on Rodney
because I've never drawn a horse.
All right, here we go. I haven't drawn a horse either, but I have an idea.
No, let's see. How does I've never drawn a horse either.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, there you go. So do they have ears, right? Horses have ears?
Yeah, they have ears like cats.
Should I use can we use Luke said no reference. I was about to ask. I don't even know their ears look like. What do their ears look like?
I think they have ears like a cat.
Do they?
No, I don't know.
Or is that? I don't know either.
I'm drawing them, but I don't know if they're right.
This is awful. I don't know how to draw a horse.
No, horses have ears going forward. Like this.
Let's see.
Oh my god, I don't know how to draw a horse either. That's pretty bad.
I'm somewhere.
Who asked you to draw this?
That
person needs to be banned from the chat. What happened? Never show the weakness. Where did he go? Oh, I guess his phone died. I bet you. Okay, I'm gonna keep on drawing while he figures out how to get his phone back on.
You did it for me last time. Never show the weakness. Oh my god, I forgot. I could have just drawn the logo for. All right. This is my little horse. I'm positive this is completely wrong. Stop me, you're killing me. You don't know if you like it. I don't know if I like it either. There's gonna be some simple little things that will fix it up. Like glasses. Mr. Ed type glasses. That horse looks like a burrito. For real. I wish I knew how to draw like animals, like the musculature of animals and stuff like that. The way I've seen other artists draw it. I'm wondering if KS is gonna get back on. Yeah. I mean, it's not the worst horse. Exactly. Is that how it goes? Not the worst horse. There he is. Did your phone die?
Yeah, my phone died. I didn't know I forgot to plug it
D-
back in.
Dude, I told you. It happens to the best of us. I told you. Nobody ever believes me. Or they
Ugh,
always make fun of me when my phone dies.
I never made fun of you.
Dude.
I only mildly laughed at you.
We're trying. KS got KS. You got Leonard, yeah. I saw
I got Leno.
KS. Wait,
Oh, there
what
you go.
the
There's the best I'm giving you for a horse.
That's like a
It's a
cow wearing a
horse.
horse mask.
Exactly. It's a horse, hippo, cow.
It's a horseopotamus.
It's a horseopotamus. It looks like something from Star Wars.
This is a mini horse, yes. This is a mini horse for real. Like there'll be
I
a dude sitting on
I
it.
did have somebody asked me to draw consider creating a character for their upcoming kids book, and it's an elephant, so I drew this
No,
for them. It's an
that's kind of
elephant
cute.
thing.
All right. So you
Yeah.
can draw elephants. Just tell them not to ask you to draw a horse.
Just don't draw a friggin' horse. Yeah,
No.
I can't draw a horse. Yeah. Let's see.
Mine has a little stormtrooper taking a ride on him. I think this is stormtrooper armor. There we go. This is as referenced in The Rise of Skywalker.
Don't mention that movie. I don't ever want to hear that name
Don't
again.
I that's the only Star Wars movie I've only seen once.
Yeah, me too. I
That's the
tried to
only
watch it again, and I just couldn't do it. I was like,
Me
nope,
too.
can't do it. Can't do it.
And you know what part it was on when I put it on was on the
But
They Fly Now.
oh gosh, what I loved was the interview that him and
Yes,
Oscar Isaac had, and they were like, they've been flying since the Clone Wars.
exactly. Duh, the Clone Wars. They're like right there. There's
Oh, can you draw Rudy a Bollywood Superman?
Chipotle's new burrito, the horse burrito. Bollywood Superman. Oh, that's his favorite. Have you ever
Oh
seen
my
that?
gosh. No, Oh
Mm,
yes, I have. Yeah, the
It's
video.
it's the best.
Oh
It's the best.
gosh.
All right,
Okay,
well,
I'm gonna head to bed, man.
there you go. Well, there's our horse. Our horse on.
Look at that. Stormtrooper's on a horse.
He's on a horse. He's a big stormtrooper on a little horse.
Bum, bum, dun, 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 dun.
A bareback horse riding stormtrooper. Wow. Yeah, you see, they ride horses now.
They've been riding horses since the Clone Wars. You see, I'm glad you get that because other people would be like, "What is he talking about?"
No, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The
They
horse
fly now. I actually did a YouTube video on that. I was so mad when I saw like they were showing that in trailers, and I actually did a YouTube video. I was so mad because I was like,
It was bothering you from
even
that point.
even from that point, because they even in the comics, the Poe Dameron comic books, they had them flying. Like they were, and they were supposed to be, how they were all saying the comic books are now,
Canon,
they're all
right?
part of the movies, everything matters. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys suck.
Yeah, they kind of.
Disney, you guys don't know what you're doing. Anyway.
It's just those dudes that were, I think that they disrespected the like, I think in their mind, like, they're doing the TV show. It's not a big deal. They'll take care of it. The movies are
Yeah.
different. And I think they should have done it the opposite. I would have rather the TV shows been like, yeah, they were okay. But the movie's been
Yes.
good. I would have been happier with
Yeah.
that. But anyway, all right, man. It was great hanging out with you as always.
Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out. Rodney, thanks for hanging out with me earlier. Luke, thanks for jumping on with
Luke,
me. Appreciate you
it
guys.
was I know, man. You had like a whole cast lineup. It's like the writer strike was over, and you're the one that came out with all these new, people come popping up on you.
I wonder
It's
if I
like,
got any new followers tonight. I didn't even check my followers.
oh, for real. I hope you did.
I still need to break 1,000.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a good number to have. I'll tell you one thing. Don't. It's better to break 1,000 sales than it is to break 1,000 followers, because
Well, then I need both.
Yeah. How many sales do you have?
Like over just like between 300 and 400, somewhere in there.
All right. Well, but you sell comic books and stuff, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's gonna help you get up there.
Joe
That's
Fish said 390. Is that my number? He must be looking up my. He must be able to see how many I sold. Oh, cool. Yeah, so I sold 390. Thank you.
Nice.
And I have 669 followers.
Oh, okay.
So
That's cool. Well,
yeah.
they're gonna try and tempt you to get into like some giveaway trains to get followers. Yeah, you don't need it. Don't worry about it. Let the followers come.
Yeah. Oh, actually 673.
There you go.
Thank you. Look at that.
There
Thanks,
you go.
guys.
Thanks.
All right, man. Well, I'll probably jump on this week because I've got a lot of art to do. So I might
Do
try and do it.
You'll probably do it
That's
while I'm
one
at
thing.
work.
I agree with Rodney. The giveaway train thing, I never did it.
Yeah.
Don't know that I would. So
It's
anyway.
not bad, but it's not good. It's really low upside to it. So
Yeah.
I like the dollar trains. There's some trains where they like start things at $1.
Yeah.
And there's a ton of people in your room, so nothing's gonna go for $1.
See you,
But
Luke.
alrighty, man.
Hey, it was a good love line. You know what? You know what was missing? Fulcrum.
Our theme song. Yeah.
Yeah, Fulcrum was missing tonight. No Fulcrum at all.
Oh, hold on. We can play it. Hold on. Oh, to say good night.
Alexa, stop. Who won the horse off? Oh, definitely Lino.
Yeah, no, it was not a competition. Hold on.
Mine was a horseopotamus.
Horseopotamus.
Yeah.
Well, I failed. I thought I had it. I thought I could access it.
What we need to do is we just need to send everybody over to Fulcrum. What is Fulcrum's? There's a number in Fulcrum's thing, right? Fulcrum.
Yeah.
I forgot his Instagram handle, but Fulcrum actually created a video with a song for us. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Like, check this out. My wife was like, "Why are you laughing?"
Go time in a mere 30 seconds.
30 seconds. I love that. The countdown is hilarious.
Oh.
Time to focus. We've got 20.
Time to focus.
One of those is me coming up.
You guys ready for love line?
Right there.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, Loveline is meant for an adult audience.
What the heck? Oh, hold on, I'm missing that.
Buddy, a friend. It's
Produced by Larry David.
Oh my gosh, so funny. The
That's-
effort he put into that was amazing.
I know, dude. I love it. All right. That note, good night.
All
Way to
right.
end it.
You guys have a great night. We'll
I'm
see y'all.
traumatized now. Me too. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.